That'll be a treasure for you later.
Coconut. Sage!
Sage,
you threw it off!
Sorry.
It's fine. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this very sort of late stream of Adventure Maidens, but you know what? We have good news. It's going to be a double episode, so it kind of makes up for it. Also, before we get started, I just want to apologize in advance. I am very sick. I came back from Packs Unplugged with so many germs from the East Coast. Thank you, East Coast. Love you, you germs in my mouth right now.
Ew. I am also sick. I don't know if you can hear my voice, but I just like.
Hey guys.
So
I forgot to hit record on Zoom. Can we do our intro again?
Oh, okay.
We haven't even really done an intro, so.
All right, fair.
Done it yet. So just start now. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So hi everybody. Welcome, new and old. Welcome to another episode of Venture Maidens. This is episode 51. Yep, 51.
Oh.
And like I said earlier, we will be recording a double episode. So the way this works, we're gonna record our usual hour-and-a-half long episode. We're gonna take a little 10-minute break. We're gonna jump right back in and get started with another episode. So we've doubled the content for you. It's gonna be amazing.
Everyone loves the holidays.
Everyone loves the holiday. This is our Christmas present. This is our Hanukkah present. This is our Kwanzaa present to you. Yep. So, hi, everybody. My name is Celeste Konowich. I'm going to be your dungeon master.
Hi, I'm Brittany Quintero. I'm going to be your elven warlock, Arnadel Ithil.
Hi, I'm your human monk, Sayanur, played by Nassim.
And I'm your hot toddy drinking brawling barbarian, Kara Brynhilda.
Yay!
I'm just becoming more and more like a flight attendant every time I introduce.
I got new dice. They're so pretty. Look at them.
Ooh. Are you sure you want to try new dice right now? Do you know if those roll nat 20s 80% of the time?
They're my dice. They have to.
Yep, they're touched by your hands. I also got new dice for my birthday. There's some Die Hard shiny purple.
I love Die Hard dice.
Yes, Die Hard dice. You're amazing. Thank you. Also, tonight I chose wine over NyQuil. So that's how much.
It's basically the same.
Yeah, I was going to say that it is basically the same thing.
It's essentially the same thing, but that's okay. Yeah, so, wow, it feels like a long time since we played, but it wasn't. But we're going to have to try and recap just the second half of what we played last time. So what happened last time in episode 50?
So, we had Brittany, not Brittany, Arnadel had just sent up Alistar Fitzpatrick to go and be like, hi Rem, can we talk? Because we had just gotten the main ingredient for a potion to paralyze a god, and we're like, we think you should know.
But then no, I wasn't interrupting, sorry.
Yeah, Alistar heard. Through Alistar, we heard Rem and Kristoff just fighting, and Rem screaming like, "You son of a bitch!" and like throwing chairs, and sounds like furniture's breaking. And so we're like, "Oh shit, we better go, see what's happening." And we got up, and they're definitely in the middle of like duking it out. We're like, "Whoa, everyone, take a breath. Can we just talk this out? We'll hear both sides of the situation and figure out the right thing to do." And Kristoff's like, "I wanted to reach out to the Tsarina and get some help to feed all these refugees and get them supplies because we don't have enough, and magic can only take us so far." And Rem's like, "Ah, they're assholes, how dare you!" And it was very heated and tense room.
I feel like
What was the second part of the plan that Rem didn't like?
I just want to interject real quick.
Yeah.
We had a bit in the excitement of the note and Aaron returning. We kind of misread that note that my new patron gave me, and we were all like, "Let's go tell Rem." And then we had a second thought. We're like, "Wait a second, maybe we shouldn't tell Rem about this thing." Specifically, Kara was like, "I don't know." Arnadell and Sawyer were like, "Let's go." So I felt like that was an important thing to touch base on.
Yeah. So the Raven Queen had given you this potion to use against Rem.
Yeah. Didn't get it.
Not
for her inevitable nature.
For her inevitable nature.
Is what she said to you.
And I'm still technically on what's the P word? When you're like new and you need probation. I'm on probation with the Raven Queen, so I don't want to fuck up. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, maybe we shouldn't tell Rem." Anyway, the second part of the thing that you were talking about. I'm done.
So we would make an informal agreement with the Empire for aid, and what was the second thing? I just listened to it today and I don't recall.
The ruse that Rem and Kristoff, or Isolde and Kristoff.
Yes, okay, that's what you're referring to. Yeah, so in order for Kristoff to even get an audience with the Grand Council, Isolde and Kristoff are posing as a betrothed couple, because otherwise, because Eladrin are shitty racist assholes who are super xenophobic, we're not gonna listen to some poor half-orc boy who just wants to help people.
Yep.
So
accurate.
Yeah. So Rem's all pissed off about that too.
Kristoff is hardly a boy.
Oh, he a man.
He a man.
You big hunk of man.
Rem is just jealous. That is it.
Yeah. We
stormed
know,
off, all pouty.
We know her to be hot-headed.
Yeah.
Well, she quit.
She's not in charge anymore. Yeah, when
she said, "Yep."
Oh,
she quit. I thought you meant like when she gave up her position of commander, like many episodes ago.
No, she had already done that, and then she said again this episode. She's like, "Well, I'm not in charge anymore. I can't make the calls, but what I can do is quit. So bye. I'm officially."
Oh, I did not. Okay, yeah, I thought she just stormed out.
Nope. She's like, "I'm done with all of you."
Got it.
And leaving.
So then it was like, "Oh, but while you guys are here, we'll totally go to this month-long thing and try and get people on our side and figure some out and be back up for you. But also, while you're here, we got some stuff to talk about." Hey.
Yep.
Vlad got a weird item and like, I don't know what's up with that. And two, Kara's like, "I'm having weird dreams. You're a weird divination lady. What does it mean?"
Yep.
Tell me magic stuff.
You're good at that. How do you do?
How magic.
Yeah.
Also, Aaron's back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Woo! So then she read Kara's palm and was like, "Someone's trying to contact you." And she looked kind of like weird and off-put.
Spooked.
I was like, okay.
Nice.
All right. Sounds good. And then we went our separate ways. We went to go hang out. And then in the middle of the night, Vlad was like, "Madam, I need you to come with me."
It's a fabulous impression.
The impression of your impression. And it turned out to be a not ghost, spectral, spoopy, ephemeral form of my dad, and we could kind of hear each other. It was like, when you're like trying to talk to through two cans on a string, and it just like it sounds really echoey and far away. And so it was, yeah, it was very bizarre. And he was like, pacing back and forth on the ramparts, and it's like, yeah, we weren't quite making contact. And so I was like, Vlad, go get Saya and Arnadel because this is weird shit. I don't understand. And he's like, okay. So they came. Arnadel did some checks, and she's like, I don't really know, man. We should go talk to Isolde and Valerius because they do more magic. Gara's like, okay. This seems like a problem, and my family is all dead, so this doesn't make sense to me. This shouldn't be happening. I'm weirded out. I feel like I should go home. Like, this is a calling for me to go back and settle some scores. And yeah. And then we spent the rest of the week in debutante class. Kara was a smartass the whole time.
Yep. But then what did you find out at the very end of all that?
Oh, at the end, she found out that there was a never before had seen delegation of drow being led by a matron mother by the name of Airfell, which Kara was like, hold up. That's who killed my family. I'm gonna cut a bitch. I'm gonna cut a bitch. I'm gonna cut many bitches. All of them will be cut.
And then Isolde said, no, please
no.
don't, or we die.
Kara's
It's
like,
gonna be cool.
Kara's like, too bad.
Kara agreed in the end. After some discussion.
She had her fingers crossed behind her back.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so that was news.
Yep. So that was where we left you off last time. It was the night just before you're going to head out the next morning. You're going to go to what is called the Great Council, which is this event that happens every 5 years. All the dukes and duchesses, the 7 leaders of the province of the Plains, they meet together, and it's a month-long celebration / gathering. There's like feasts and festivals and parties, but also during that time, at the end of it, they make a bunch of decisions, basically. So they'll pass laws, contracts, they'll listen to other people's cases, and you all are going to this Great Council to petition for aid for the Sisters of Sorrow. So you need to go and you need to convince 4 of these dukes or duchesses to pass this contract, essentially. Yep, Kristoff and Isolde laid out their plan for all of you. They told you all about these 7 people who are expected to be there. They got you all fancy clothes. You all got your sort of designer items, and you're going to head out in the morning. So was there any...
You let us take a +1 as well.
For what?
Oh yeah, we get to take a +1 to the party.
Yes, and they decided, you brought up the idea of bringing Aaron, and Kristoff's like, actually, that's a really great idea if you have somebody with you to increase sort of the deception of like, oh, we're just nobles, we're from the Sisters of Sorrow, we're not here to, not get stabbed or kill people.
We're here to party and dance, kind of.
Yes.
Oh yeah, cut rugs.
Those 2 both have a special someone they can take with them. And Saya is left to attend with Valerius.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
He's excited to go though.
Valerius is really excited to go, and he wants to be your friend. So because I hate myself, here's the list of NPCs that are going with all of you. We have Valerius, we have Gidget, we have Aaron, Kristoff, and Isolde, and the 3 of you are going to be rolling out tomorrow.
It's okay, I can just play Gidget.
Yeah.
And forgive me for asking a really dumb question that's very redundant, but I was very preoccupied with looking at OBS stuff. What is our main objective? It's to convince the Tsarina to give us aid for our refugee situation?
Basically, Kristoff and Isolde already have this trade agreement sort of drawn up that once, if they get it passed, they will be able to get aid and resources from the government itself
Mm.
that they will be able to use to take care of the citizens of New Breach.
Okay.
We don't need the Tsarina to approve it. They've already thought that is a lost cause.
Okay.
But what they do need is majority votes from the 7 dukes and duchesses to get this passed.
Okay.
So you're going to need votes from 4 of them.
Got
So you have to
it.
persuade 4 of the 7 to be on your side to get this passed.
Got it. Okay, cool. Down. Thank you for clarifying for me.
All right. So, any final business before we get in that teleporter and head off to our destination?
I'm going to meditate with Alistair Fitzpatrick so that he's not shape-shifting like between Raven and Little. I think at this point it's been a couple days and we're finally settling on a form.
Yeah, so
a balanced
he
form.
He usually takes his pseudo dragon form, but if he ever gets like scared, he goes full Raven, and it's just like every time he's startled or surprised.
Aw.
Okay, so we've been practicing, and he's at a good, decent, like feathery version of our normal Alistair Fitzpatrick. So he's this weird, like feathery dragon baby. That's.
Aw, he's like a little dinosaur.
He does sort of look like a little dinosaur with butterfly wings.
I think I still have like that picture I sent you, Celeste.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
He doesn't look quite that good, but he's working on it.
It's here we go.
Oh,
that's adorable.
That's so freaking cute.
Right? Crazy.
Okay.
All right, we're done. I'm done.
All right, so you spend time, meditating with Alistair, and you know that the next day you are actually going to meet your host first, the person who's vouching for you, and you're going to be spending the night with them before you actually go to your first Great Council event. So you're not teleporting right into this party.
That would be intense. That'd be a little much.
It would
So
be
right
our
now-
style, though.
Yeah. What
Uh-oh.
up? I'm here. Give me a drink.
Who's the host?
The host, you know, is a man named Captain Phineas Albright.
Oh boy.
Tight.
This is another old campaign thing.
Yes.
No.
Nope.
Well, not main storyline. This is a one shot.
If you do look at your lists, you might notice that he is on there.
Yeah.
And if you're a $50 patron, you know who Phineas Albright is.
Mm-hmm. We had a Patreon only game with him in it.
Right.
Yes. So for all of you listening at home, I have given each of the maidens a dossier of the 7 dukes and duchesses of the provinces. So number 1, and then number 5 is Duke Phineas Albright, who will be vouching for you, and you will be staying with him before this all begins.
Mm-hmm.
Does he know why we're there?
Presumably.
Okay.
But Isolde and Kristoff haven't really illuminated or elucidated more on that topic to you. Anything else?
Karin would want to go and talk to Valerius
Mm-hmm.
and be like, hey, this super weird thing happened on the battlements last night. What? Can you help me figure this out a little bit?
Sure. And when you find him, he's like in his usual place, so that set of rooms off the middle sister, and he is just like throwing things around, trying to compile different like fabrics, other things, like trunks are splayed open. He's trying to pack.
Mm-hmm.
He's being very fussy about it. Clearly, he's got all his different outfits kind of laid out on the floor. He's like, I'm sorry, what? This happened to you last night?
Yeah, so Vlad came and woke me up from bed, and I came up and I saw this like weird. I mean, he looked like a ghost, but Arnie said he wasn't a ghost because, like that also doesn't really make sense because ghosts are like stuck in a place. But but it was also weird because it was like also like he could kind of hear me,
Well,
but
that sound like any kind of creature. I wish that I had. And he looks sort of around the room, and he looks at his books. I'll bring a couple tomes on the subject, but that doesn't sound like a creature of any kind. More like a sending. Perhaps in some kind of interplanar message or
Oh, yeah.
something like that.
Isolde did this weird thing earlier that day, and she said that someone was trying to contact me. So maybe that's what it was?
Yes, that would be my guess. That's very strange, though. I mean, usually there has to be some kind of acknowledgement for those sendings or messages to go through some specific target. You know what? I'll bring a few books and let's touch base on that.
All right, I'm gonna go ask Isolde because maybe she's got ideas.
Are you packed yet?
Yeah. I mean, I got like a backpack. It's not a big
No,
deal.
did you get all the outfits I laid out for you?
Oh, yeah. Gidget's got them all in her trunk.
Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, you scared me. One backpack.
I don't have as many shoes as you do.
You should get some new shoes.
You're probably right.
All right. So you want to go talk to Isolde as well?
Yes.
Somewhere along Kara's journey, Saya would like to jump in and try and speak to Kara real quick.
Oh yeah, so I imagine it happens probably while I'm on my way over to Isolde as she's like walking through the keep, and you would see her like crossing through the courtyard to get up to like the council chamber or whatever.
Saya was already out there. She was doing some like jumping jacks and saw you. She was like, "Oh hey, Kara, hold up, wait up."
What's up?
So glad you're gonna be with us tomorrow. We're lucky to have you. What do you think about this lady who's gonna be there? Now, I'm really worried, and obviously, I just want to make sure you're okay. But do you think it's a good idea that you come?
Wait, the drow lady?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to fucking kill her. I better come. If I don't get to come and kill her, I'm going to be upset. But I'll make it look like it wasn't me. I'll get Aaron's help, because he's like the roguish one.
You're gonna try to assassinate her quietly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, apparently there's a lot of assassins at these things, right? Like, it could be anyone. Everyone hates the drow because they're all pieces of shit. Anyway, I will be fine. Don't worry about me. And she smiles and she gives you like a nice tap on the arm.
But I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not worried about you. But obviously I'm concerned for the safety of everyone coming along. And what if I just help you, knock her out, and then we can take her back with us, and from there we'll figure it out. But maybe not exact revenge while we're on a mission.
That's a good idea. I will consider that.
Okay.
If we can make it, I feel like it's gonna be a lot harder trying to drive back a live body than just hiding a dead one. But
I can talk to Arnadelle. Maybe she can like alchemy us some sleeping potion, like a strong knockout thing, some kind of.
Well, those elves, they can't be put magically to sleep.
Oh, I guess I didn't know that. All right. Well, I'm glad we talked. Just think about it, and I'm there for you.
I know you are.
Cool.
You got a good heart.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
You too.
I gotta go ask Isolde something, and she like scurries off.
I just see the guy Kara like.
What are you laughing at? I just see you cracking up.
Me? I'm just thinking about this whole situation.
Yeah, same.
Like, what are we about to get ourselves into?
Yeah.
With Kara there with us. This is like someone had to say something.
I know. Well, I'm just it's sort of nervous laughter because I don't know what's gonna happen. It's fine. Anyway, so you go find Isolde. And Isolde is in. I don't think you've ever been to Isolde's room.
No, she would go and check in the council chambers to see if she could find her or if anyone would know where she was.
I'm gonna say nobody knows where she is right now.
So, okay.
She is TCB-ing.
I go to Rem's room because I do know where that is. And I assume that they share a room.
Yes. The room looks overturned, like somebody was hastily packing. And then there is a trunk that is neat and like somebody has begun packing.
Yeah, so she very cautiously like pokes her head in through the door. And is old, are you here? Or
no reply. There's nobody in the room.
oh. No, she kind of shrugs and is like, "Oh, well, I'll see her." She thinks, "Oh, I'll just see her on the road and, we'll have time to talk then."
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, go and help Gidget pick out which wrenches to pack because you can't pack them all. They're so heavy.
But she's trying so hard. She's like, "No, I have a bag of holding. I can bring them all." But this one's just in case I get lost.
You're just gonna end up losing all of them. You're gonna lose that one like socket that goes in that makes it fit all the other ones, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, what the hell? I left it in Phelan. Ah, shit!" And then I'm gonna be like, "I told you so." Except I won't, because then you'll be mad at me.
And you continue squabbling through the night. And then the hour comes, the 7 a.m. call for everybody to assemble in the arcane tower with all of their trunks ready to go. You see Isolde is there. She looks like she didn't get a lot of sleep. She also looks like she's been crying. And then Kristoff is there. All the NPCs that you know and love are here, standing around. Whizban is firing up the teleportation mechanism.
Nice.
Kristoff's looking around. Well, we've all been briefed. We know our mission. It's a different kind of fight, but it's a fight nonetheless. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's step through. And he leads, and you all step into the teleportation.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And prepare myself for the usual tummy ache that follows.
Yep. Again, as you step through, that feeling that all of your particles are being taken apart and shoved back together, that uplifting sort of like weird, just a second behind feeling occurs, and you find yourself materializing on this field. What hits you first is how humid the air is. Immediately, it's hot, it's heavy, sun beats down from above, but everything smells fresh. You can smell ocean water, you can smell lots of other sources of water, and just these green rolling fields all around you. And you're standing on a relatively well-maintained road. And you can look down across the way. It's just mostly flatlands, but you can see ocean in the far distance. And then off to the west, you can see a sprawling city. You can't really get more details on it. You're pretty far away. But in front of you is this huge manor home. And it's very strange. There's this bridge that you have to cross over to get to it. And there's this gate and, like a normal estate. Except that there's this giant moat around the entire thing, and it's vast. So more like a small river than a moat. And you see that there is a ship that is lazily just passing by, seemingly of its own accord. And as you look at the ship, it is painted like in bright reds and yellows, like a total complete eyesore with cannons mounted on the deck. And then it's also flying a black flag that has a white skull and crossbones on top of it. It is the ugliest thing you have ever seen.
Sounds awful.
And you can see that, like, further down the way to the east, there are more of these sprawling manor homes. So this is like the part of the country that maybe rich people live in. But the chateau itself in front of you is this very elegantly designed, very beautiful, kind of open-aired facade. Yeah. So that is what is happening in front of you. And Kristoff picks up his trunk, he slings it over one shoulder, and begins to walk across the bridge towards the front door.
Yeah, Kara's Kara says, "Wait a minute. This don't look like Phelan."
It's not. We're in the Mother's Delta. That's the city of Chauciana, down the way.
Oh, okay. I got it. So then we're going to Phelan tomorrow. Are we right at that ugly thing? And she points to the red gold boat.
So you actually aren't going to Phelan. The Great Council is not held in the capital city. The location of it changes every
That's
5
right. That's right.
So the people who are hosting it this year are Duke Rowan Farrellin and his wife Deirdre. They are hosting it basically at their province.
Got it.
Which is they rule over the city of Chauciana and then the Mother's Delta itself, which is a very fertile, beautiful land. They basically provide all the food for the whole country. One of the richest parts of the country itself.
It's down on like the southern side, right?
Yeah, the southeast section.
Celeste, point on the map behind you.
Oh. So Chauciana's right here.
Cool.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
And Phelan is
That's
up
what I thought.
here. Yeah, Chauciana down here.
Got it.
And
So, Kara feels silly.
that's okay. Anyway, so yep, that's this big pirate ship that's kind of drifting around.
And that's what we're currently walking towards?
So the pirate ship is like passing by in the moat.
Is there a name on the ship? It's something equally awful.
Yeah, it's the Randy Wench.
The Randy Dowager.
The Randy Wench.
And it looks like somebody with terrible handwriting painted it on.
Oh my god.
DIY kind of man.
Kara's like, the Randy
You're getting better, Kara.
The Randy Wench? What? Who the fuck's boat is that?
What kind of people that look like is manning the ship?
What?
No one.
Oh.
It's sort of bumping like against the moat and just drifting.
Does that belong to the Duke and Duchess? Because they're way cooler than I thought. If that's the case, they sounded like a couple of stuffed shirts.
And Kristoff chimes in. Finn is a colorful individual.
Oh, that's Finn's boat. Okay.
Indeed, this is his home.
From what I heard, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. So you make your way across this moat and across this drawbridge that's been left down lazily, and you walk past the lovely like gardens and everything. Everything looks a little bit not like it's been abandoned, but just not very well maintained. And as you walk up to the front doors, they're already wide open, and you can see that a lot of the walls themselves are these just big floor-to-ceiling windows that have also just been left open with fluttering curtains just in different colored light silks. And as you pass through the main doors, you hear a clattering sound coming from somewhere beyond this front room that you're now standing in. And running out of some room in the back, there is a man who isn't wearing a shirt. He's just got these like billowy pants kind of shoved into knee-high boots. And he's got this, it looks like a safari hat that's just strapped onto his head. And he runs out and he throws open his arms and he's like, Kristoff! And Kristoff throws down his trunk and he's like, brother! And he like goes and claps him on the back.
That's the most emotion I've ever seen Kristoff show towards someone.
Yeah, and Kristoff like kind of moves him away, and he's like, you got fat. And Finn's like, yeah, well, you didn't, to the surprise of no one. Hello, everybody, welcome to my home. I'm Finn. You can call me Captain Finn if you want to be official. Set your stuff down wherever.
Ahoy, Captain.
This is a sweet ride you got.
Oh, this Pizza, and he points at the boat. He's like, yeah, the neighbors hate it. They just absolutely hate it.
Oh my god, I just can't wait to see like the look at all these like prim and proper nobles like pointing their fingers like blah 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 blah.
Yeah, so I just keep painting it brighter every time they give me one of those notices.
So good.
Anyway, yeah, so come on in. Yeah, put your shit down anywhere. Does anyone need a drink?
Yup.
It's like 8 a.m.
Yup.
Great. All right. We'll see what I can scrounge up. Make yourselves comfortable. Shit, where are my servants? Buckets?
Buckets.
Are you asking for buckets or is buckets the
No.
name of your
It's buckets. I'll go find him. And he wanders off, leaving you all standing in this large room that has a bunch of like fainting couches all over the place. So there's really comfortable ones you can like lounge on. None of the decoration matches at all. It's just pretty comfy, and there are pillows all over the place and like empty cups strewn about.
Yeah, Kara immediately like slumps the trunk down onto the ground, and she looks over at Gidget and like faux faints on the couch. Is oh, I do declare, I believe I got a case of the vapors. And then she motions over to Gidget with her arms open to like come hither and like lie down with me.
Oh yeah, Gidget throws herself on top of you on the couch, and Isolde is just like has her hands so bunched together at her chest, and is just looking around.
Oh, you can join too. Come on, get comfy. Kara like motions towards her.
No, I'm quite all right. And eventually, Finn waltzes back into the room. He's got this vase full of something orange that smells alcoholic, and he starts pouring drinks for whoever wants one. And eventually, a human man with a peg leg comes walking out from another hallway. Sorry there, my name is Buckets. Welcome.
Oh, your name is Buckets.
Yeah, my name's Buckets. Welcome to the household. I can port you towards your rooms. Just come this way, any of you. Grab your drinks. Sorry, I was taking a nap.
Kara immediately looks to Gidget. His name is Buckets.
That's right, my name is Buckets.
Where are you from, Buckets?
Oh, you know, wherever.
Good shit.
There, yeah, like good old wherever.
Yeah. I used to work with Finn back in the day. He's a good man. And Finn claps Buckets on the back. Buckets, one of my most loyal mates from back in the day. You know, back in the day. And he points at the pirate flag on the ship that now is bumping sort of against the front. It's hit the moat, the drawbridge, and it's just making this grinding sound.
Oh, this is the best working vacation ever.
Anyway, Buckets eventually manages to show you all to your rooms. So yeah, you can put your stuff down. This villa it's huge. I mean, and most of the rooms are untouched. So they probably don't have a lot of company staying here very often. But yeah, so you all settle in, and then eventually things kind of quiet down, and you're all called to more drinks. With and Finn and Kristoff at this point have sat down in another like dining room area, and they seem to be reminiscing.
Aw, that's sweet.
Isolde has excused herself to her room, along with Valerius. They're just appalled.
Of course. Oh my god, of course they are. Yeah, Kara would want to kind of sit nearby Kristoff and Finn and try and listen in on their conversation and see. She wants to hear about what kind of shenanigans that Kristoff got up to, because he's got such a stick up his butt now. She's like, oh, you used to be fun.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a I don't know, a perception to glean what you can from the or an insight maybe to figure out whatever works for you. This is me DMing sick. Roll whatever the fuck you want to. Tell me what you got.
Roll a die. I don't care which
We haven't
one.
rolled yet, so roll a dice.
All right, I got a 16.
Okay, so you're listening to these rapid fire stories, and trying to put together the relationship between the two. And what you can basically piece together is that Kristoff and Finn used to work together back in the pirate days. They were crew members.
Kristoff was a bad boy.
So, yep. Before all this, they were both pirates and served together on the same ship.
Oh man, good stuff.
So lots of stories about, getting into sticky situations, waking up in dumpsters, body wenches,
By this point, Sai is also eavesdropping and is just like eating it up like a TV show with Kara.
Oh,
yeah,
totally.
They're exchanging looks and like pointing, being like, oh my god, and
That's crazy.
Yeah, and Kristoff is just like he absolutely is just lit up. This is the most animated and like at peace you've ever seen him. Like with you can tell that they have an old and dear friendship.
Yeah, at one point, Kara would get up to refill her drink, and she would motion over to them like, "Wow, Kristoff, I didn't know you were capable of having fun.
Oh,
You're always so like grim and business duty at the keep, and this is different."
well, times have called for a serious disposition, and duty comes first before anything. And Finn slaps him and is like, "You said duty."
Kara like laughs. She almost does like a spit take. She's like sipping her drink.
and Finn, this goes on for a bit, and then Finn settles in all seriousness that we should talk strategy considering this crazy shit you're trying to do, Kristoff. What's the plan?
Oh man, I didn't know we were going to business so soon. And Kara slumps into like the chair nearby at the table.
Me business. So for this conversation, I'm just gonna keep it brief and say it's just Kristoff, Finn, and then the three of you.
Okay.
Everybody else is enjoying the grounds or
sulking in their rooms.
Sulking. Sweet. I guess we should wait for Brittany to get back. But essentially what he can do now, he can tell you, he can answer some questions for you, if you do have them about the nobles, but I'll wait for Britt to get back. I'm going to explain the rules of how this interaction is going to work, and then you all need to plan your strategy.
How long has Duke Phineas been a duke?
So only, I think they say it's only like 5 years or so. He's really new.
Yeah, he's fresh blood.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany's invisibility spell. That's funny.
And since he's the only human of the dukes and duchesses, yeah. So he's aging. Nobody else is around him. Any other, I guess, specific... Brittany, come back.
Oh my god, stop doing your job.
Brittany. Buckets comes in and does a merry dance.
Nassim, did you have any ideas of who you wanted to try and get on our side?
Oh yeah, man, the crone mother.
Oh yeah,
all about her.
Do you guys want to go over right now, maybe for the audience, what the 7 dukes and duchesses you're working with are going to be?
Oh yeah, sure. That's a good idea. So everyone's got some background.
Yeah. So before we start planning, these are basically the 7 people that they need to convince 4 of them to rally to their cause.
Mm-hmm.
Just go down the list.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one of who is the duke of the city that we're in, of this province where the city is the Duke Rowan Farrellin. And he's, of course, is an Eladrin. He's looking middle aged, and he's married to Deidre. And they, they seem like a happily married couple and both good parents. And they've got like 7 kids. And the Duke, he was a nobody and had some debts, and like the Duchess, she had a much higher station, a much more prominent family. So it's like, oh, that's so sweet. They married for love because he's so poor.
They did marry for love. That's what everybody loves them, because they're like, oh, they're like actually in love and have good family. Oh.
Family values. Yeah, they're the Duke and Duchess of down here in the Mother Delta.
So they are the hosts for this big event that is happening.
And then who we're super both about is the Duchess Amalthea Mindaris. And
The
she's
crone mother.
AKA
Mother of crones.
It's the best title ever.
Good.
She's an
That's
older
like,
lady.
oh man, hashtag life goals, crone mother.
Yes.
She's this feisty old Eladrin lady.
She's the wild card because she doesn't always agree with their politics.
And she's like, oh, politics is so boring. I don't like playing this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was actually in line for the throne when Sariel II took over, but she turned it down because she is a religious woman. She worships the mother and is a great healer and lives sort of in this convent called Caer Leona, which is like sort of it's got a lot of like Avalon parallels. It's like this mystical place where people can go to heal any injury.
Isolde studied there, right?
Isolde did study there.
Because she's like a cleric of the mother, right?
Nope, she's a cleric of the Sisters of Sorrow.
Oh, yes, duh, that makes sense. They are also.
But Isolde did go and study there when she was younger, but she did not take her vows.
I see. All right, and then there's the Duke Ravain, Varys, who he's someone in Meladrin in his mid-30s, and he is actually a commoner who is given a title by the Tsarina because he led a very successful military campaign, and she was like, hey, you're doing great. Let's sleep together. Oh, you're promoted. All right, we need to break this off. And so that's been like the big gossip is like,
that's all rumors. We don't know.
That's true. It's rumored that they had an affair and that's why he got promoted. But North Point is this like really shitty city, like out on the bordering the mountains and the desert. So
here's the Elysium Keep. Here's North Point.
It's like, yeah, not very hospitable territory. And so yes, so he's there, and he's on my list of people I think we should try and persuade because Kara feels like she could connect with his military mind. Be like, hey, you're a warrior, I'm a warrior. We both know what the right thing to do is. You live in a shitty place. New Breach is shitty. Let's help each other out.
So that's pretty much 3 people that we could get right there. I'd say easily. Maybe. I'm probably underestimating what's about to happen.
Oh man. And then the 5th on the list is Duke Phineas Albright, who's of course now we know a former pirate,
aka Captain Finn.
Captain Finn,
whose lovely home you are now staying in.
That's such a good name. Duke Phineas Albright or Captain Phineas Albright. Both of those are good.
Oh, I'm proud of these names that I put together.
They're great names.
A good rap name.
Phineas Albright.
Duke Phineas Albright.
Captain Finn.
Captain Finn.
Captain.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry.
And then there's the Duchess Jelena Mindaris, who is also on Kara's list because she apparently has, by rumor, had a slew of female lovers, and Kara's like, we can get with that. I'll sell my body for some contracts.
For your vote?
Yeah. And so the province is on the area bordering the plateau of Andorra, where we went was the city of Bells, is on that plateau. And so she's really young, and she, like according to tradition, has sworn off or has vowed against getting married or having children. But that's what makes the rumor so scandalous, that she's just having all these lurid affairs with women.
And that was also her duchy was the one also called the River Lady. That was the one that the Tsarina held before she was elevated to her status.
Interesting.
Mhm.
And then the last one is the Duchess Melwyn Tavir, and she is the Tsar's sister. And her title is basically kind of honorary because she sees over the province where Phelan is. So it's basically kind of like being the mayor of DC. Like,
Yeah.
the president also lives there.
Exactly.
Like, sure, you do stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone calls her a brown noser.
Nobody likes her.
Nobody likes her, so we're definitely not talking to her.
Yeah. People don't really like the Tsar in general.
He seems really lame and boring.
That's pretty much what his MO is. But he's also the Tsarina's third husband in the last 60 years, which is quite a turnover rate.
Yeah. Because they live so long.
Because they live so long, so it's
like, wow, 60 years, that's like... that's nothing. Barely cooled the honeymoon sheets.
Basically, yeah. So people are like, oh, let's see how long this one will last.
Oh, yeah, and all of the other Tsarina's husbands died in mysterious circumstances.
Indeed, they did. Okay, Brittany.
All of them?
Those were the 7.
Oh.
Alright, well, I'm gonna make myself another hot toddy.
I know, come on.
Well, we can't move forward? Should we just take a bio break?
I guess so. If you want.
Okay.
Well, hello, everyone. It's just me on Venture Maidens. Me and my disease from PAX Unplugged, which was super fun. And, man, I played so much D&D, you guys. It was like, I slept maybe 12 hours over the course of 4 days and probably played about 20 hours of Dungeons and Dragons. So that was pretty great. I got to play a lot of Adventurers League, which is really cool. That's been a goal of mine. What did you guys do? This is so awkward when you're the only person sitting here. It's fine. Hope you're enjoying the show. I shouldn't be allowed to talk to humans. That's fine. I'm just gonna type in chat here that I love you all. And you're great. And thanks for tuning in. Yeah. I highly recommend PAX Unplugged for any of you who are looking for. There's a lot of conventions, but what's really cool is just having one specifically about board games and tabletop RPGs. I know that's really my thing. I mean, I do play video games, but it's not like my big thing. And just getting to play all these different new games and like being able to sit down anywhere and try out a new board game. I think I played like 10 new games. On top of course, you know, everybody there is willing to play D&D with you constantly. They're like, oh, I have my dice, I have my PHP in my backpack, I'm ready to go, which is super special and incredible. So I do recommend next year, if there is one convention y'all go to, PAX Unplugged. It's a good one. Okay, Nassim, do you want to entertain them for a minute?
Okay,
Okay. All right, I'll be right back.
I'll do my best. Go ahead. Even though I'm sure you've all moved on to something else that's better. Oh, and of course, Brittany comes back the second everyone else has bounced. Oh, well, that was good timing. Success. Customer taken care of.
Yeah. What did I miss?
We pretty much just went over the Sar and Sarina, and that's it.
Oh, with Phineas? Just
yeah.
what's up
Car
with
and
that?
Car and I were eavesdropping on. Well, not eavesdrop. I think we were just hanging out. it was Kristoff and Phineas and the three of us hanging out while they were talking about strategy and also like their story, their history together, and how they were pirates and bros before he came here to the
Valerius?
Sisters of Sorrow.
Oh
No,
no, Kristoff. Kristoff was a pirate?
Yeah. They
That
pillaged
explains the gold
together.
caps, right?
Yeah, actually.
That's really funny. So they were just, what's the strategy for the
We haven't
Serena?
really dug into it yet, but I mean, we were going over all the dukes and duchesses and whatnots, and Kara or Sage said all the people that they'd like to try and
Convince?
coerce. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To...
I hope the crone is one of those people, because that's the person
Oh,
that
no, definitely. Crone is, we've got our eyes, specifically I do,
Yeah.
on getting Mother of Crones to
Yeah.
join us.
Mother of Crones, I think Deidre would be good. Deidre of Pharrellin.
No, Kara's going for Jeleneth,
Yelena.
Mindaris, Rivon,
Oh.
The Crone Mother, and obviously Phineas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Phineas definitely. Okay, cool. Well, then I definitely want to talk to the crone and
But I mean, if you want to talk to Deirdre,
yeah, I'd like to talk to Deidre for sure.
Yeah. So I wanted to wait for you to get back.
Let's just talk to all of them just to see what Celeste has come up with.
Sure.
Let's talk to everybody. So I'm going to, this in-game, what's happening right now is that you're sitting down with Finn, Kristoff, and the three of you, and you are coming up with a strategy of how you're going to handle the festivities tomorrow night. So to give a summary, this is the first event of the Great Council that is happening tomorrow night. It's basically a giant reception party. No politicking is supposedly being done at that time. No contracts are being signed. They're not officially talking about anything, but this is everybody just showing up, who's who, catching in, formalities. It's actually quite casual compared to some of the other events that will be happening. It will be hosted at the Pharrellins' personal estate, which is actually just up the road. Finn will tell you. So yeah, pretty casual. But of course, nothing is casual for this event. So I'll tell you also the rules of how this is going to work in-game, so you guys will be able to strategize. The event will take place over 3 hours. That means we have 3 rounds to go about doing whatever you want. You guys each have a turn. You can select who to talk to or what to do each round. So, like, say, for example, Arnadel wanted to go talk to the Crone Mother. Sure, that's what you do for your first round, and then you're locked in for that. Other options you can do on your turn, you can also just gather information, search for rumors. So if you spend your turn doing that, you will get specific rumors. That could be gossip, they could be useful pieces of information, basically things that will help you maybe blackmail or let you know where to be next round if you want to catch something.
Okay. I feel like I need to go get scratch paper and a pen.
You already know that Finn already has your vote. So he's already on your side.
Cool.
So that means you only need to get 3 people on your side.
Finn in good standing with Sariel?
Their relationship is complicated, and he will tell you that.
Okay. But he didn't have a falling out, right? They're still home.
Finn is the kind of man who hates tradition and will do things just because it bothers you, But at the end of the day, he is a patriot and he believes in doing the right thing. And he really respects the Tsarina and thinks she's a smart and capable leader.
Okay, fair enough.
Even if he gets drunk and ridiculous and puts pirate ships on the front lawn.
I know people like this.
Exactly. His heart's in the right place. The way he gets to things is, and also he's a brilliant naval tactician who literally saved the country during the last invasion. That's why he has this title.
Cool.
So his silliness is also part of his political, like,
Shtick.
yeah. If people don't take you seriously, well then, that's their loss. So you already have his vote, so you need to convince 3. So you have 3 rounds over the course of the night to do this. You have to choose who you're going to see, if you're going to be looking for rumors. If you go with another person, you have advantage on all persuasion and insight checks over the course of the night.
Nice.
Sick.
Those will be 2 skills you will be using a lot.
Cool. I'm gonna go grab a pen and
glad
paper.
I'm so charismatic.
Yeah, same.
Not. I am not.
So essentially,
I'm not.
what I would like you to do is plan out what you're going to do for the first round, because based on if you collect rumors or information you might hear, you'll probably want to lock in the second round after you gather that information.
I feel like we should all kind of like take turns, especially on the first day. It might be helpful
So it's the
for
first hour.
right. I mean, well, this is like the first day of this whole month-long event.
Yes.
So, like, one person should be, like, really kind of, like, outgoing and try to be like, hey, what's up? We're here. Isn't this great? Who are you? Well, 2 other people are, like, trying to listen in on stuff and be a little bit more reserved and, like, taking turns doing that.
I'm sneaky. I can listen in on people, but I am also very friendly, so I can do both. I don't know.
I think I have to, because of the nature of me being an elf, I'm probably gonna have to be the most reserved, because they fucking hate elves.
Oh, they also,
They do not like elves at all.
Yeah, I'm
Luckily,
probably.
they hate wood elves more than moon elves. So you're not the bottom
The bottom
of
rung.
the totem pole.
Oh.
Well, like, the moon elves haven't been seen really around in quite a while. They're pretty
Yeah,
scary.
they're not really here in the plains.
I'm just not very charismatic. Is my problem. But
I got charisma for days.
I'll be very friendly the first day,
I definitely think Arnadell and
the first hour or whatever.
Arnadell and Saye would be a dynamic duo for talking to people because you would be just so like
exotic.
Exotic and foreign. Oh my, what an oddity!
So also the way this works as well is that all 7 of these people are going to be in specific locations in the house, and then over the course of the rounds, who they are with is going to change, changing the social scenario. So you don't know who they're going to be with. You might be able to guess with rumors for rounds 2 and 3, but sort of a shot in the dark for round 1. So yeah, so round 1, you can only pick one person, or you can pick to gather information.
All right, so who do we want to try and make a good impression with the most?
My vote's the crone.
If we're only gonna talk to one person first, then yeah.
So you each get one.
Oh, okay. Then I'll talk to. You're taking the crown.
I'm the crone or Deidre. If you want to talk to the crone more than I do, I'm happy to go talk to Deidre.
I can talk to Yelenith.
But I'm also
Jelenith.
I'm also happy to just do reconnaissance for my first round. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hang back and just listen and stake it out.
Okay.
Kara is gonna try and talk to oh god, what's his name? Duke Ravain. Because she's gonna kind of take the approach of like, oh god, I hate these things, right? Like, but I'd rather be out slaying some foes.
Saya is talking to Crone Mother.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. And during all of this, Kristoff and Isolde will, of course, be floating around, getting to know people, introducing their new status, doing the thing. So they're basically on their own mission here. And then for all of you, you can choose if you want to bring Valerius, Aaron, or Gidget with you, or if you want to send them somewhere else, or have them stay and watch, or what do you want to do with these NPCs that you have?
Valerius, are you good with, just casual conversation? What are we trying to be indirect here? I don't really know how to bring this up. I'm not really good at the politics myself.
I mean, I majored in casual conversation.
You should come along.
That class,
It's fabulous. He's drinking the orange. Like,
we didn't have that class at Blackstaff Tower. That's all. That sounds interesting.
I was self-taught.
Oh, I was not, and I laughed nervously.
I maybe I can learn some stuff from you. Let's go talk to the Crone Mother. What's her actual name? I can't keep calling her that.
Hello, Crone Mother.
Hello, Crone Mother. Almathea is her name.
Amathea. Okay.
All right, sweet. So that is our plan for the evening. I'm gonna set that in stone. Are you ready?
Car would have Gidget come with her and be like, yeah.
I will say, your NPCs are not going to do this for you. They're just here for backup.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Okay, just putting that out there. All right, sweet. What is Aaron doing?
He's going with me.
Okay, so all three of you are taking your respective NPCs.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful. All right. So, is there anything else you want to ask Finn or Kristoff or Isolde, or check in with anybody before we start this? Because we're just going to fast forward in time. I'm going to ask you what you're wearing, and then we're going to go.
No, I don't want to do anything else.
Boom.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Arndel's ready to party.
Rad. All right. La da da. All right. What are you all wearing?
Clean clothes.
Good start.
Kara would tell Gidget to wear a dress because one of us has to look like the nice feminine one. And then Kara would be wearing, nice, like, comfortable kind of, like, balloon-legged pants like that you wear for martial arts. They're a very nice, like, sagely green hat. And a nice, like, white, clean, no holes, like, tunic with a very nice belt. It looks nice. It looks put together.
Yeah, I think Gidget wears, like, a sage green dress and doesn't wear goggles or anything, and is constantly, like, checking, like, she forgot something.
Yeah, Kara's like, oh, where's that fidget spinner?
Yeah, she's very nervous. All right, Saye, what are you wearing?
We're supposed to be like done up, yeah.
It was, quote, casual.
This is casual done up.
It sounds like my kind of casual.
Yeah,
business casual.
Right.
It's okay. It's like the most luxurious pajama set you've ever seen.
Oh man.
Oh,
good. Look like Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, like black and gold though. Maybe the black is just all velvet, very wide leg, high waisted pants, and then just a gold crop top, and then a massive velvet black kimono.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds so comfortable.
Yeah, shit. Super comfy.
And Valerius takes the black and yellow theme and runs with it, and he puts on some awesome glitter eyeshadow. Gold glitter eyeshadow. He looks like Nassim in real life.
He would. Oh, Valerius.
And he looks fab. He also paints his nails gold to match.
Sick.
Oh, yeah.
It's sick.
I love Valerius.
Me too.
And yeah, Arnadel, what you
Ah.
wearing, girl?
All right, everybody envision Cersei Lannister's black dress number from, is that season 7? With the little, like, she has that little bit of, like, armor on the shoulders. It's, like, fucking gorgeous. Ugh, it's so pretty. Except Arnadel has got, like, an open décolletage all the way down to her fucking navel. This is the most risque thing.
Scandalous.
This is the most
Aaron dies.
Oh, it is fucking elegant as shit. It's like black, like pure silk damask. Like there's this gorgeous jacquard thing going on with the fabric. And yeah, you have to wear like the boob tape, the double-sided tape, so it doesn't flop open. So she's got all that like secure.
Get your nips out.
Oh man, yeah, no nip slipping for Arnadel. It's just like perfectly fitted, and then there's this little bit of like feather detailing around the like lining of the décolletage. It looks really nice. It like billows
Tara's
left.
like, Aaron, put your tongue back in your mouth.
Yeah, and
I think her
Aaron's
hair is
wearing,
actually pinned in like one of those like low side buns, like that 1940s look
Very
thing.
classy.
Yeah, going for it.
Thumbs up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Saya has the Ariana Grande ponytail.
nice. Oh, fan art, you guys. Yeah, and I think Aaron is wearing sort of matching. It's almost like a military jacket sort of thing with the matching like
black and
feather
silver. Black
details.
and silver.
Yeah, with the little silver accents on it, and he's just like
He's super. I bet he's dashing as fuck. Arnadel's also like, dang.
Oh, he also it looks great. He looked good when dressed up.
Oh yeah, I bet.
He cleaned up good.
nicely.
We both look dapper as fuck. Maybe a little bit goth, but hey.
Super goth. Goths are hot. Shut up. Yep. And then Kristoff and Isolde step out. Isolde is wearing all white, with this emblazoned "The Sisters of Sorrow" logo in the scarlet red, and like scarlet makeup to match. Very dramatic, very high fashion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Kristoff is all set to match.
Hot.
Finn wears a lot of different colors, and sort of it's this very like open shirt sort of thing. It's got like an Aladdin kind of vibe going on there as he's rolling out. And on his arm is a wood elf, who he introduces to you all as Valencia, his mistress.
Wait. What? Wait, okay, hold on. We gotta have a moment here. Does your wife? No.
Oh, no, yeah, Jane, Valencia is her mistress, too.
Oh, so you're like a thruple.
That is a great word. Love it.
Tara points to them and looks at Gidget. It's like, relationship goals.
And Valencia laughs and gives you a warm smile. She is holding a staff that has like claws and feathers that are woven around the top of it. Yeah, she ain't dressing down for no party. She's bringing this staff. And you see Finn and Kristoff both have daggers in their boots.
Oh man, I want to fucking have my sword on my side under the scabbard because I got a fancy ass sword now.
You do have a very fancy sword.
All of my stuff is hidden in my wide leg pants.
I love this image of you all rolling out looking amazing as you step out of this house past the moat and this shitty weird boat. And you see that there are a couple of carriages have already been pulled up waiting for you, done in black with trims of gold. And everybody, you pile into your respective carriages, and it's literally like a 5-minute drive down the road until you get to this much, much larger estate. But you can see that other carriages are pulling in line behind you, and right now the sun is beginning to set as all of these people are pulling up to this amazing home in front of you. You can see the lights from it from the entire way you're going. Just this huge, like, beautiful gardens that are lit up with these seemingly, like, bobbing golden lights and these manicured trees and hedges outside. You can hear laughter, sounds of music, tinking glasses coming from inside. Very, like, Great Gatsby. as you're rolling up to this beautiful home. No shitty drawbridge here, no weird boats. Everything looks nothing less than kingly as you roll up to this home. And servants, you can see kind of a variety of different races come up. They're all wearing this green uniform with gold as they step up, and they open the doors for you, escorting you all out and leading you down the lighted path towards the main doors.
Nice.
Yep, and immediately as you keep walking down this path, there are like lute players everywhere. Everywhere there is music, performances, laughing. You see jugglers. It's just this huge festive occasion as you're walking by, and like the balmy heat of summer like rolls over you, and you kind of get like that heady drunk feeling as like this perfume hits your nose as you're stepping into this like really fucking great party.
Kara squeezes Gidget's hands nervously and gives her a clenched throat, like, look.
And Gidget's like, this is amazing. And she's looking at these like little balls of light that are floating. She's like, I wonder if they're mechanical or if it's fey light. I don't know. And she's like looking at it.
We just kind of like drift off to the side. Looking at all the lights and taking in the sights and sounds.
Yeah, and Kristoff and Isolde sort of turn back towards you. Well, we have places to be and business to attend to, but if you all will fan out, perhaps look for clues, anything from this point forward. Check in if you run into any trouble. But from this point, you're sort of on your own.
Sure.
Understood.
Rendezvousing back here in 3 hours?
3 hours time here at the gates.
All right. See you then. Good luck.
You got it, boss. Salute.
And Kristoff nods at all of you, and Isolde does as well, and they begin off towards this main pathway that leads into the house, so avoiding all the parties and merriment happening on the lawn here. And as they pass, you hear a trumpet sound from somewhere as they're being received. Finn also at this point, come Valencia, we must find the bar!
Oh, that's such a good idea. I'm gonna go with you because a drink will really help this situation right now.
Wonderful. Look at this decor. It's just fabulous. And Valencia's like, and she points one of the hedges that's like shaped to look like a bear. And she just like touches it, and you see the leaves like sharpen and thin out to make a much more realistic bear. And she's like,
Wow, that's a neat party trick.
Yes. Well, if you're going to be so barbaric as to make your hedges look like animals, they might as well look right.
Shade.
Anyway,
Kara,
yeah, she's looking around distastefully at all the manicured gardens.
Oh, such a wood elf.
Oh, you're so in tune with nature.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Kara motions over to Gidget as she's like poking the lights and being fascinated by them. Hey, babe, what do you want to drink? I'll bring you something.
Oh, a gnomish fizz if they have one.
You got it. Finn, let's go.
Absolutely. And he leads off, and you don't have to walk far to find a bar. They have like these little bungalows sort of set up all over the lawn.
Oh, how cute.
And then on top of that, they have servants walking around that have trays of champagne just in glasses for everyone to enjoy.
Nice.
All right. And now we're going to move into our rounds. So let's go ahead and see who we're going to start with.
Oh, boy.
Okay. All right, Saye.
Okay. I want to. She's getting a little distracted by the music in the dance floor, and as an excuse to like try and find the crone mother, she's like, let's weave our way through the dance floor and see if we like can't figure out who she is and where she is.
All right.
Dragging Valerius over to the dance floor.
Yeah, and he is just like, he's already got a drink in his hand and he's chatting. He's like, oh, darling, you're looking great. He's name dropping. He seems to know everyone. They're like, oh, Valerius. So he's, elegantly making his way through the party with you, making it a lot easier to get through until eventually you find Duchess Almathea, and she is. Let me check my notes. Where is she right now? Okay. So you search all around the gardens. You don't seem to see her. So eventually you head inside into one of the main wings of the houses. Again, all the windows here are open. The doors are open, so people are just naturally flowing in and out of the space. But you turn onto like the west wing, and there is a large lounge room set up here with a fireplace going. You see the flames in it are flickering a purple color, and the chandelier up above is purple as well. There's no heat coming off of the flames because it's already such a hot night, so it's more for effect. You can see that the walls are decorated in these floor-to-ceiling like oil paintings of different Eladrin and royal garb, and then there's a piano playing itself in one corner of the room. And you see that there are 3 people in this room. Somebody you recognize as Almathea, and she is talking with somebody. Valerius will nudge you and go, that is Duke Rowan, Duchess Deirdre, and Almathea are all talking together. Almathea, is seated in sort of a lounge chair. You can see she has a servant behind her. And the couple is, sitting in 2 other chairs, sipping what appears to be tea.
Where's the woman? The Duchess? What's her name?
Deirdre.
There she is. Okay, thank you.
So the married couple. These are the hosts of the party.
I don't have my pages numbered, so I keep misplacing who's who and what's what. These 3. There we go. Okay. I tried to saunter my way into the conversation and try and pick up what they're speaking about and see if it's appropriate for me to walk in and just join.
Sure. So go ahead and make so you're trying to get them not to notice you?
Yeah,
you're,
nothing.
Like, listening in?
Yeah, like getting close as if we're just admiring the room, admiring the house of the hosts.
All right.
Trying to look cash.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
Deception? Oh no, no.
You not really cash.
14.
Okay. And so you're wandering into the room, and Valerius kind of picks up your vibe, and he starts explaining to you the history of one of the portraits, how it was done by this famous, fabulous Eladrin painter, blah, 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 blah. So you make this, entrance into the room, and so it seems like the 3 of them are painfully, awkwardly exchanging greetings and, the news. So, Almathea, Almathea, oh god.
Amalthea.
Amalthea. I want to keep putting an L in there. Amalthea, Crownmother says, so she's asking after their children, how they're all doing, and the Ferellins are, Sophia just started school, and she's going to be a fine wizard, and you have high hopes for her, and our son, just joined the military, blah, 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 blah. Amalthea just has this pleasant expression plastered onto her face, but you can tell she's growing bored with them, and the Ferellins are just seeming to do their just we have to say hi to everybody, and we respect you as the host of this party.
So you don't think it's painstakingly awkward conversation?
Hello, fellow political lawmaker. It is us, other political lawmakers.
So picking up on that awkwardness, I Saya waits for a nice lull in the conversation to turn around and play oh, hi there. Duke, do you say their full name? Duke Ferellin?
Yeah,
I didn't take notes in our etiquette class. Duke Rowan.
And he turns to you. Oh, hello, dear. Pardon my rudeness. Welcome. Yes, I am Duke Ferellin. What an outfit. You look marvelous, dear. I'm so sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, I'm Sayanor. It's such a pleasure to meet you. I wanted to thank you for inviting us to your home. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Deirdre and I have been just really looking forward to hosting this grand event. And Deirdre turns around and gives you a smile, and she is just this like warm woman. She's like a mom. She's such a mom as she looks at you. And she's sort of on the heavier side for an Eladrin as well. And she said, "Oh, darling, come here, so I can see your
Oh
face."
my god, it's Eladrin Polydine.
Oh, and she's sitting in her chair, and she tries to take your hands.
I give them to her. Not really sure what to do at first,
Yeah.
but
Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. Who are you here with? I don't recognize your name or your face. Feel I'm failing in my duties as a hostess.
oh, I'm simply a guest of some friends of yours who are gracious enough to host me at their home. You know, I assume my date, my Valerius.
I'm so sorry. Valerius Ponteris at your service. And he steps forward and like does a flourishing bow and kissing her hand, and she's like, "Oh, Valerius, I'm pretty sure I've seen you around court before, haven't I?" It's like, "Oh, it's been too long. It's been too long," and they're all laughing. And they both Rowan turns and, "Oh, you are with the Sisters of Sorrow, correct?"
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. I hear you're bidding for a trade charter of some kind. Is that true?
Don't fall into that trap.
Oh, I really don't know what the politics are behind that, but I was told that that's not really what we're here for tonight. So I just really wanted to tell you thank you for inviting us and sharing your home with us.
And Amalthea from the chair at this point pipes up and she goes, "All right, Ferellins, I think we're done here. Don't you have another kid to go ask how they're doing? Stop harassing the poor girl." And Rowan turns to her and is like, "Ah, well, I suppose on that note, this would be a good opportunity to depart. Deirdre, we hope you have a wonderful party, Amalthea. Try to be a little slower on the drinks this time." And they swoop
Rude.
Ooh, yeah. As soon as they get out of earshot, I turn over to Amalthea to be like, "Oh my goodness, thank you very much. I'm not really one for the political talk, you know."
You and me both, dear.
Yeah.
Though it is interesting to see you both here, I must admit. If you wouldn't mind. And she holds up her empty glass.
I grab. I don't know. Is there like a decanter somewhere?
There's a decanter sitting on the table.
I pour her a glass.
And she settles back in her chair with the wine. So, what are you here to accomplish? Everybody seems to be after something this evening.
I like how direct she is.
I wanna
Be direct back. What?
I'm gonna make a roll just to see if I can like get her vibe and see if she would appreciate the honesty in return.
Insight check.
Oh well, of course. It's no.
I believe in you.
12.
Okay. You're not sure. She has a great poker face. You don't really know. You feel like she's been practicing this game for a very long time. But she has been extremely direct to both the Duke and Duchess before and to you. So, I mean, it seems like a good bet.
Yeah. Saya's going with her instinct, and she tends to trust the people. But without being too direct, and again, I don't want to get into the politics of it. Saya, you know, again, I don't really want to get too deep into it, but I just know that I have a duty to the people that I put into a bad situation back at our keep, and it's part of my responsibility to make sure I get them back on their feet, and that's why I'm here.
Sounds good to me. Why are you sitting beside in a strange lounge room with an old woman? If you're not here to speak to me, speak up, girl. What are you looking for?
Well, we have a large number of refugees, basically an entire new town's worth, staying with us at the keep, and we've done everything we can to help them get back on their feet after being displaced and losing everything. But there isn't a lot left that we can do, and we're reaching out now because we need extra hands, whatever we can get.
I see. So you need my vote for that charter, that silly charter you all are passing around. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know the details of it once again, but basically we're out of resources. And if your vote could give us those resources, or if you have any kind of sway with anyone else who passes these laws, I would be personally indebted to you.
Tell me, dear, why do you follow the Sisters of Sorrow?
Because you.
Some old woman told me to.
Did you say that?
No, because I initially my heart wasn't really in the right place. I was looking for greatness, and I realized that came with a lot of cost. But the Sisters of Sorrow helped me take care of the people I care about, and they haven't really failed me since. So I put my trust in them.
Well, dear, I'll tell you what. I like you. I don't know why. I haven't seen much reason for it. But come visit me at Carleona during this whole debacle. Stay for a few days, and perhaps there's something you can assist me with, and perhaps I can assist you in return.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, thank you for listening.
It is my job as the crone mother to listen.
All right.
I offer like another top off for her glass.
Oh yeah, she's down to her first one. She's like, thank you, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, be on your way. Enjoy the party. Don't let this old woman keep you up.
I like her.
Give her a little salute, and I leave.
Yep. All right, and then that is your round. Okay, and then Kara, we're gonna go ahead and jump to you. So you wanted to go and talk to Duke Ravain.
Yes.
All right, let me check where he is. Okay. Also, gang, just so you know, I'm feeling the vibe that this episode is going to be a part 1, part 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we might just take a break, but we'll just keep rolling on and make this a part 2.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
This is just politicking the episode.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so round 1, Ravain is in the drawing room with the candlestick.
Ah, always.
All right, so you and Gidget wander around the party, and you have to stop, of course, and look at all the lights and all the things and all the just amazing machines.
Oh, yeah.
Because this place is a den of just like magic things that just do pretty things. It's just magic for no reason.
Of course.
Like rich people house. Like Great Gatsby plus magic.
Yeah. Also, Kara would be admiring the stonework of the chateau and like would be just like carefully just like glancing her fingers along the walls and be like, this thing is like 1,000 years old.
And clearly built by dwarven smiths. Like, they spared no expense.
And she geeks out over the architecture of this place. And like, look at those arches. Those were done originally by this architect in dwarven year, blah, 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 blah. And she just like won't shut up.
Okay, just like, I love when you talk about rocks. Makes me feel like I can really talk to you about machines.
We each got a thing, and I love it.
Yeah. So you all wander around the party looking for Ravain. And you eventually find him in what looks to be a game room.
Oh,
So
very good.
there is a large fantasy billiards table in this room.
Nice.
I'm not sure how it's fantasy, but it is.
She waits for a game to end, and she immediately looks over to the winner. Is like, Kefir, mind if I step in for the next one?
Yeah, and so in this room, you look up. It's actually Ravane who's at the table here. He's been shooting some billiards, and you see he was actually playing Finn. So when you walked in the room, the two of them are chatting. They
Oh
both
yeah.
have.
And she would immediately go over to Finn and like give him a nice little like friendly nudge and be like, careful, this one's gonna cheat, I bet.
And Ravane looks at you and is like, I'm sorry. Have we met?
And Kara's like, oh, it's sorry to burst in. My name is Kara Brynhilda of the Embers Underclan. This is my partner, Gidget. She recites Gidget's whole name, which I actually don't know offhand, which makes me a bad girlfriend.
It's okay. I created her and I don't remember it offhand.
She gives Gidget's whole name because also gnomes have like 7 names.
Yeah, it's long.
So she gives Gidget's whole name and is like, we are here in the company of the Sisters of Sorrow, and I believe you are Duke Ravane, if my memory does not serve me right.
Yeah, just call me Ravane.
Oh, good. I hate this formal shit.
It's a lot. Drinks?
Please let me as you guys finish this up, let me get them for you. And she goes and like immediately goes over to the bar, pours them strong drinks.
Hell yeah.
Brings them back.
And in this room, there aren't as many servants or people here. This room smells like cigar smoke. You can also see, that there are a bunch of strange heads mounted on the wall. You can see one of like a black dragon is the centerpiece, like above this large roaring fireplace that's filled with this purple no heat light. And yeah, so right now it's just Finn and Ravane kind of kicking around in here.
Oh man, I definitely want to pull out a cigar and cut off the tip, light it up, and offer it to both of them.
Oh yeah, and Finn's like, well, thanks. Yeah, Ravane and I go way back. Well, I mean, as much as a seaman can versus the land, right? And Ravane's like, right.
Ooh, can I make a history check to recall some sort of like, so he was famously known for one battle.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other, to kind of pick a more obscure moment in his past to be like, you did this cool thing and it's not the one that everyone necessarily knows you for?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, all right, that is a 17.
Okay, so I mean, what made him famous was this giant battle, which was actually a giant incursion in the Northwest that came down. That was what really put him on the map. But before that, he served many, many years of exemplary military service in a wide variety of positions and campaigns. So he helped stave off actually a drow incursion that happened at one point. He was instrumental in the fight back when before the Veil was established. He helped drive off invaders from the west. He also did work with when a big invasion was coming from the east. He did work with Finn to organize the land troops while Finn was driving them back with a naval defense. They coordinated that. So he actually has a very impressive military history to back him.
Yeah, so she would pick out one where she's like, oh yeah, I think I heard about a time when you and Finn were working together, and I'm of the group, I'm very much the tactical fighter mind, so I can definitely appreciate some well-planned soldier deployment. And she goes on, is like, yeah, like this is really cool, and like I respect you for that, sort of thing, and like passing drinks around. It's trying, getting chummy.
It's good to see someone like you here. I feel sometimes I'm just drowning in diplomats.
right? They've never been out on a battlefield. They, barely know a hammer from an axe if it hit them in the face. They need some real world perspective. For
Absolutely.
sure.
The way they scream when they get the wrong cake delivered, you'd think they'd been in bloody combat, but
Oh my god. Who kills all the spiders they find sitting in the bathtub? Like, I feel bad for those poor servants.
right. Yeah, and he's giving you the vibe. He's not great with people. Is his thing. He's especially next to Finn, who's just so loud and is just making so many jokes and just
so extra.
Yeah.
So yeah, eventually, getting the idea that he's not really into small chat. She's like, "Hey, you wanna rack up a game and before we sit down and have this dinner?"
Yeah. Good for a game.
All right, yeah, rack them up. You break. And she immediately grabs a stick, puts the chalk on, slaps the chalk on her hands, and she gives Gidget a peck on the cheek. Is like, "Oh, wish me luck, babe."
Yeah. And I'm gonna go. I just want. And she kind of wanders off.
Oh yeah, she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll see you at dinner. Go do your thing."
Mm-hmm. And Finn yells, "My money's on the dwarf," and then tosses back his drink and refills it. Finn is getting very drunk very quickly.
I love it. These are my people.
So you begin to play a game of billiards, and he's good. He's very good.
Kara feels like she wants to try and keep pace with him, but also not win.
All right.
She wants to make try and make a couple really good shots, but ultimately is not trying to win.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you're gonna book it. Go ahead and make a deception. I'm letting you win.
She rolled a natural 1.
Okay. So Kara taps it to the side whoops. And he's like,
I'm sorry. I think I drank that last one a little too quickly. Oh, Finn, stop filling my drink up. And she tries to cover up for it real quick.
Finn's like, never. It's a party. And Ravain eventually he furrows his brow and I'm sorry. Was there something you wanted to talk to me about? Is that what this is about?
I mean, look. I can appreciate as believing you to be a man who likes to cut the crap. I mean, obviously I like you. I think you're cool with sharing a cigar, but also I'm doing a thing for my boss trying to get this bill passed. And I think you're a person who can appreciate the kind of good work we're doing as soldiers who are trying to maintain the peace and do the right thing. I don't want to get into it tonight because we're here to have fun, but ultimately that's what my goal is.
I would be amenable to that, especially if you had any campaigning resources or fighters. North Point has become, well, strapped as of lately.
Oh man, yeah, I hear it's a real shit show.
Indeed. We aren't getting fresh troops, and monsters keep appearing from the depths every day. And now with these drow crawling around, we just can't do it on our own, and we're not getting any help from the Tsarina. So if that's something you can promise us, we can talk.
I mean, yeah, the Elysian Keep isn't that far from North Point. If it takes me going around campaigning for some fresh faces and new recruits, I've trained more than a couple of squadrons in my day. I'll help you get the people that you need.
If we can get something in writing, then you have my vote.
All right? I'm not so good at the writing, but I will make sure that happens. But I believe it is your shot, sir. And she chugs back her drink.
Yep. And so that is your encounter that has gone positively. With Ravain. And then Arnadel, we get to you.
Ooh.
So you have been using your turn to just Yeah, gather information, gather rumors. So you've been talking just around the party, hanging out with folks, maybe talking to the servants, talking to some other guests, asking casual questions. And here is what you have discovered.
Okay.
So you get 2 rumors. You know that Amalthea will be retiring early. She has seemingly grown weaker as of late for some reason. People don't know if it's because of like a disease or aging, but she's supposed to be an amazing healer. So everybody's kind of got a question mark going on there. That also means that she will not be around for the 3rd round of this. She will be leaving the party early.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
The second rumor, Duke Rowan has been spotted sneaking away to the house chapel at the same time every night by the servants.
Interesting.
And you know that that time will also happen during the 3rd window.
Ooh, we should follow him.
Okay.
So those are the 2 rumors you gather with your turn.
All right. Duke Rowan.
Mm-hmm. So one of your gracious hosts.
Oh, word. Okay. Kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
She studied. She did her homework.
I did
Homework. Does that mean that we have now concluded the 3 hours and we're trying to rendezvous back at the gates?
No, this is the 1st hour.
Ooh, okay. So
Now
Arnadil,
we're gonna go to the 2nd hour. Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm gonna.
So
we've
you
been.
all can coordinate back together.
Oh yeah, so yeah. So
Yeah.
we would eventually kind of meet up and be like, "Hey, this is what happened."
Mm-hmm.
Outside. We're all getting some air. And all chit chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what have we discovered? We got some big secrets.
Well, I
We
assume
just
Arnadil
throw,
tells us the-
just empty the purse on the table. We're all just like, all right, what'd you get?
Yeah, exactly. All right, I got some fuzzy lint, a paper clip, and some gum. Here's how we can do this.
Yeah.
All right, and sorry, do you want to share what Amalthea told you to everyone?
Yeah, that she will hopefully help us out if I come over to her place, and I think she needs me to do something for her.
Oh, you gotta reach the very top cabinet where I got all the silverware, and you gotta polish it.
I have to open all of her jars for her.
Exactly, gotta open jars.
This gallon of milk, Grandma!
She also did mean the colloquial, like, you come. I think she meant the Sisters of Sorrow. Not just you, Saye, specifically.
All right. Just me. We're gonna have a play date.
Oh, okay. Thanks for signing us up for that. I'm just kidding. Well, speaking of Lady Amalthea, I heard some people whispering about her retiring super early, and they kind of think it's because of health issues, but that doesn't really check out because she's like a supreme healer. And she's gonna be leaving the party about an hour early tonight, you guys. Also,
I mean, she is older.
yeah, but it's like super weird. Like the whole tone of the rumor is that it's like not normal. Like something's up. Like there's something going on. And I don't know what it is. She's either sick or planning something or who fucking knows. But
I
also
mean, she looks like she's 70 years old. God knows how many years that is in Eladrin. Like, she's probably like
well, you know,
million years old.
guys,
Good
magic,
job, Kara.
magic. She's also like had a life of like a life. Well, listen. There's another one. Our homie Rowan, Miss Deidre's husband, is gonna be sneaking away. The servants, by the way, and you know you can trust like they just know everything. The servants said that he's been sneaking away to the house chapel every night, and is
Are the
probably
servants elves? BT dubs.
Some of them are. Not all of them.
Are they like Eladrin, or just a mix of other races?
Yeah, just a mix of other races. You would actually probably see elves are the least common, since Eladrin don't trust elves.
Oh,
Sure, that makes sense.
well, moon elves get along with everybody. She's like, all right, yeah. So tonight he's probably gonna. I mean, there's pretty good, like, suspicion that he's gonna sneak away to the chapel again tonight. And it was from the servants. I don't think the nobles know.
Should we follow him?
I could totally follow him. I
That
already
would be
spoke with.
something for round 3 to do.
Hey,
Right.
I like turn over to Aaron and I'm like, I mean, do you guys want us all, like, are we splitting up, or I look at Aaron.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Aaron and Saye, you guys should go. You guys are the sneaky types.
That sounds good.
Aaron, I don't. Please. And I like hold his face, and you guys see a disgusting like PDA of just like, I don't want to lose you. Be careful.
He's like, I'll be okay.
Oh my god, it's a party. Calm down.
I mean, how bad can one nobleman be? I mean,
honey, you've taken down dragons, and I'm equally afraid of these people.
Fair enough. No, good point.
Yeah.
Aren't you like noble-born, Arnie? Aren't you like
I'm not
in it?
No, my parents were average citizens. I mean, I hung out.
Wow.
I went to school with noble kids, but I didn't hang out with them. I just sold them drugs and shit.
I just sold them drugs.
I just sold them potions and mushrooms.
So for this round, we're planning what we're gonna do for round 2. So where you guys are gonna go, who you're gonna see, and just to keep in mind, all the nobles have shifted. So all the social situations, you'll find them in our different.
Okay. Ooh, I want to go talk to Deidre.
Okay.
Kara wants to just kind of hang back and chill, and she's gonna follow kind of Gidget around as she's like, oh wow, everything is so cool and awesome, and try and listen in to some rumors where she can.
Okay, so Kara is doing rumors. Glad you guys are doing rumors. It's an excellent choice. And Saye, what would you like to do?
Well, I think I want to listen to rumors too. Because if you were trying to suggest a threesome with Jelenith, I'm gonna leave that for you.
Real talk, girl.
Okay.
That might. Oh man, I'm gonna have to be significantly more drunk for that.
I feel like the rumors will come in handy.
That's like
also.
round 3. After dinner, we're having after dinner aperitifs. She's like, you, me, Gidget go back to my place. Your place, probably better. Listen, we'll have a real great time.
All right. So Saye and Kara are doing rumors. Okay. All right. And then Arnadel. So we will go ahead and start with you as you're going to find Deirdre. It does not take you very long to find where Deirdre is, since you begin to hear a trumpeting sound and an announcement coming through. The Tsarina is present to greet her dearest cousins, Rowan and Deirdre Forellin.
Oh, wow.
Oh, neat.
So this is coming from, like, the main room. So this would be, like, the great hall of the house, where a bunch of people are kind of surrounded. And you see the Forellins are now seated. Well, they're not seated. They're walking up to the seated woman who is placed at the front of the room. Okay. She is an Eladrin woman. She is the most beautiful woman you have ever seen in your whole life. She is sitting in this chair with this black flowing hair that is literally tipped with gold, like gilded gold, and she wears this crown that looks like, so it's got 10 points, like a sun around her, and she's wearing all white and gold with like delicate sandals as she sits upon this throne, and you see that at her side is a great white cat, like a lion, just in all white. And you see Rowan and Deirdre are speaking with her now in quiet tones. And since the announcement went away, now the room is filled with music again, and people are beginning to dance in the center of this ballroom space.
Oh, very nice.
I definitely don't want to interrupt her talking to the Tsarina, because that's kind of the last person that I want to talk to or be around. So I guess I want to just start dancing with Aaron Shadewalker, and like we'll both just kind of keep an eye on when that conversation looks like it's going to get broken up, or when they kind of start to walk away, and we've already like discussed like, all right, how are we going to dismount from this dance gracefully, and we've already like, I'll twirl you, and then we'll both just like walk off the dance floor.
How is Aaron handling this whole grand shebang?
He has been pretty calm so far through this whole thing, and you kind of like indicate this to him, and he offers a hand to step onto the dance floor.
I bet he's a good dancer. That dexterity, come on.
Is Arnadel a good dancer? Is a good question.
Ooh.
I think I actually have kind of weirdly high dexterity. And yeah, I studied that's something that I would process analytically. So she's probably a little bit mechanical, but she's nailing all of the moves.
Mm-hmm. And he leans in, and like you kind of like the music's about to start. He's like, okay, so I've only got like a waltz, but it's a really good waltz.
I'm listening to the music. Is it in a 3/4 time signature?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That'll work, babe. That'll work for this one.
Okay. Make a performance check for me.
Okay. Can somebody roll for me, please? I don't want to fucking deal with a dice roller app. That's so tedious. Can somebody roll a d20?
Did I do it?
Yep.
And add a +5 to that.
Oh, Kara should do this because Kara always got good rolls.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah.
That is a whopping 3.
Plus
I'm
5?
So an 8. So you missed the steps. You're not doing great as you're like swinging out. You're like, oh, whoa, but Aaron catches you, and he manages to lead you through a good day. He's a surprisingly good dancer. This waltz, crushing it. So much so that even like when you stumble over his feet, he kind of just picks you up a little bit, so you don't like.
Yeah, it's not noticeable. Like
Looks
maybe
like it was on purpose.
Yeah,
He's a very good leading dancer. That's
He
Yeah,
is.
sounds
Yeah, so
fake.
he's covering you.
God.
Can I tell a brief story about my last time dancing with a partner like this?
Yes, absolutely. This is the Venture Maidens.
He's a man from Louisiana, and he was trying to swing dance with me, and he carried me for a good like 10-15 seconds, but that was all my brain could fathom, it seemed like, and then I started to like convulse in laughter and then slowly collapsed to the floor in laughter because I couldn't handle anymore. I don't know what happened. My brain short-circuited, and then I was like, thank you, that was enough.
Swing dances are hard, friend.
That's hilarious.
I had a small panic attack, crumbled to the floor, and vanished.
Oh man, I love doing social dances. That's like my fucking jam.
I get
Yeah,
mad.
I get it.
Don't fucking ask me to dance.
The Vienna waltz, my specialty.
I love dancing.
I can say the one thing I'm actually good at. The polka.
The polka is so much fun. People are like, oh, polka's dumb. Polka's the most fun dance there is.
I was awarded polka queen at my college's 2007.
That's spectacular.
Fucking Oktoberfest. Yeah,
Why don't you talk about that all the time?
Nobody
I
needs to
learned
know.
What are you doing with
What
your
the
life if
hell?
you're not polkaing?
I just hate to dance. But apparently I can kill it with polka. Anyway, fun facts about Brittany. Anyway.
Oh wow.
We're done.
Okay, holy shit. Okay, yeah, and anyway, Aaron is carrying you through this dance and doing great. Super killing it. It's like
Real
you
life.
get the feeling he's had to learn how to do this before for a very specific situation.
Whatever, past lives doesn't matter, doesn't affect me at all. Anyway.
Anyway,
Compartmentalized.
Doesn't bother me.
fuck that,
Stuff
Anyway,
way
so-
deep down.
So you do wait eventually for your window, keeping an eye on the throne, and eventually you do see that the Tsarina begins to greet other guests. So the Ferellans kind of make their way off to a snack table. So they're sitting there getting little
Hors d'oeuvres.
pastries, hors d'oeuvres,
So
cheese puffs.
Hodovers.
I give him the signal, and we like hopefully gracefully whisk ourselves off of the dance floor over to Deidre, and I'm assuming, and Rowan's with her, right?
Yeah. Before you step away, Aaron's like, we should go dancing more.
Well, you'll have to teach me some better moves.
Yes, I will. But we should go dancing more.
Yeah, I'm super down. Okay, let's go.
Anyway, and he gives you a look, and he just kind of smiles, and then, so you wander off to the snack table.
So I'll just kind of like casually walk up and get some snacks, and then like look and maybe do that awkward thing where you kind of like make eye contact, and when they make eye contact, I'll be like, oh,
pardon me, I don't believe we've met before.
Duke.
I'm Deirdre.
Hi, Deidre. Oh no, I know who you are. I'm so excited to meet you and Sir Rowan, Duke. Thank you. I'm just so excited to meet you guys. Thank you so much for hosting us in your lovely home. It's absolutely stunning.
Thank you, dear. You are too kind. And Rowan goes, so a moon elf, huh? That's pretty rare. What are you, where do you hail from?
Oh, yes, there are a few, and there are a few of us and far between. And she recalls the most like gracious curtsy that she was ever taught, and like a formal whatever. And so she curtsies and is like, I hail from Waterdeep. I was a former student of Albin Kelbane at Blackstaff Tower, and now I'm currently working with the Sisters of Sorrow. It's wonderful to meet you guys, and this is my companion, Aaron Shadewalker.
And Aaron steps forward. Pleasure to meet you, Aaron. You have just a great house. I mean, look. And Rowan is looking at him like.
Arnodel's gonna step in and she's gonna be like, I heard amazing things about your beautiful children. Are they it's probably too late. They're past their bedtime for the party.
And then at this point, Deirdre just shoves herself forward. She's like, well, the youngest, he's 12, so he's up, pouting in his room. But it's so good to hear that you are a mage as well. My oldest, Sophia, she is training currently at Phelan. Aiming after her father, of course.
Oh, how old is she? And what's she studying?
Oh, she is studying transfiguration.
Oh my, that was the hardest class for me. I had a really hard time in that class. She must be absolutely brilliant if that's what she's deciding to focus her studies in. That's so wonderful.
And Deirdre just like fucking opens up the minute you're like talking about her kids. She'll like keep going on, and eventually like you see Rowan and Aaron sort of like are trying to talk to each other.
Doing the dude thing.
Yeah, Aaron's like, so how's the hunting around here?
How about that local sports team?
You
And
like
Rowan's
sunflower seeds?
Yeah. Oh, that was a callback. Rowan's like, did you see my game room? Dragon.
Oh.
And Aaron's like, oh, killing a dragon, huh? What's that like? And Rowan's like, they're doing that thing where
they're like sizing each other up, but also like broing out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So Arnodel's gonna just like go in. She's like, oh, I have 2 younger siblings. Just like the whole like adult girl talk about like family shit, and like she's gonna use that angle basically of like, oh man. So I'm just gonna summarize basically what Arnodel's angle is with Deidre, and it's genuine and sincere. She actually is really enjoying the conversation with Deidre, but she's gonna kind of utilize the whole like, oh man, like I love I care so much for this little guy, like caring and loving things. Oh, at the Sisters of Sorrow, we have all these like children that don't have food, and shit. And I hear
Oh,
that
the poor orphans.
the poor orphans. I hear that
The
actually,
Sarah McLachlan song
right?
plays in the background.
And she's gonna
All
Arnold's
the photos. Songs they love.
Arnold's gonna recount the fact that, like, I keep hearing from everybody how, like, caring you are about the general the population and the people that you once ruled with your prestigious family. I think that you guys could probably, like, really help us out and she's gonna be delicate and kind of indirect with it, and just keep waiting for like good angles, like based off of how Deidre responds.
Yeah, so Deirdre will, when you start switching the conversation to the Sisters of Sorrow, she gets a lot less sunny, and she listens to you. But she does, oh, well, that is, of course, a terrible situation. Nobody likes, well, orphans or starving children or anything, but darling, the Sisters of Sorrows, you can't be serious. And all of those people from Bastard's Breach, they're criminals.
Yeah, they are. They were. And, do you guys... Okay, I wish I could fucking remember this line verbatim, but it's from Ever After, when Drew Barrymore is talking about, like, you can't create a criminal and then punish them for how you, like, set them up, basically. Does that make sense? You know what I'm talking about? It's from Utopia.
Yeah, don't know the quote, but I know what you're trying to say.
Oh my god! Yeah, she's basically like, oh, but, like, you could be the one to reform them and, like, make them useful people in society, and, like...
You can not only be a fabulous mother to your children, but all the children across the land.
And then your beloved from all of your Eladrin, as well as the poor, unfortunate
For just
souls.
100 gold pieces a month, you can change little Timmy's life.
And she listens, again, very polite. But you can tell as this is happening, she's getting a little bit more steel in her voice, as she's like, well, to spend precious earned resources that I and my family have worked for, to put in the mouths of people who tarnish not only my reputation, but the government, the Tsarina, who reject everything we stand for, yet still ask for a handout from us. Do you understand how ridiculous this is, darling? And I'm sorry, this Kristoff and Isolde situation, clearly some kind of farce. They come here and they demand these things from us and expect us, hardworking individuals, to give them a free handout? I think not. And I also think we're quite finished here. Rowan? And he, like, snaps over. And,
God, neoliberals, the worst.
yeah, and takes his hand, and I think I'm quite done speaking to this elf.
Okay,
Rude.
real quick, I need some help before this scene finishes. Should I fucking call her husband out for sneaking out in front of her, like, real fucking shitty,
Whoa,
like?
no.
Because that's what I would totally...
Things are only gonna go so south.
It crosses...
No.
It crosses her fucking mind.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, maybe you should keep an eye on your fucking husband.
Gossip.
Yeah, all right. So Arnodel's just like, wow. Okay. And I look over at Aaron and I'm just like, let's go dance.
How'd it go?
Oh my god, get the last good word in.
I don't have one for her. I just
and she just sweeps off into her party.
Yeah.
You guys should just go do it in one of their rooms.
Right on the fucking master bed, just like, fuck you.
Oh my god. I don't think Arnedel would... she's not capable of being turned on like that, just like instantly.
It's not about the sex. It's about ruining something of theirs.
So,
their pillows.
Oh my god. So she's just gonna go dance. She's gonna go dance.
Yeah.
Dance it off.
So that was that round.
Gaga.
That didn't go well.
No.
Okay, and then so we have some rumors. All right, so
Rumors.
Saye, the rumor you collect. A sworn enemy of Ravane is rumored to try and make an assassination attempt on his life this very evening.
What?
On his own life?
So an assassin is going to kill Ravane.
Oh, Ravane. Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
And that'd be happening in the 3rd round.
Fuck.
And then Kara, you hear a rumor. It is rumored that the Drow delegation who was speaking to the Tsarina during the first phase, they have since left, but it is rumored that the Drow wish to declare their caves under the mountains as an official extension of the plains. So they are officially trying to join the government.
What a bunch of kiss asses. Fuck them.
So that is what they are rumored to be here petitioning to give their lands under the banner of the Tsarina and the plains.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also give you some extras, just since you know that in the delegation that are here, there's Arafel, who's the matron mother, her 2 daughters, who are high priestesses, named Charma and Sabala, and they also have a retinue of 4 drow male warriors.
Okay.
That is what you are able to gather.
She is sizing up the enemy in her mind, like, how many of these people could I take at one point?
That's a lot.
Definitely take all the dudes at once.
Yeah.
The others gonna need backup.
The daughters and the matron mother, it's an impressive amount.
Yeah.
You also know that they are staying somewhere with the Tsarina as personal guests.
Interesting. Personal guest of the Tsarina, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Duly noted. Logged in the back of the mind.
All right.
Right, so we rendezvoused and share, divulge the things we have learned.
Yeah, so we have to save this guy, right? You were just talking with him. He's
Oh!
He can help us out.
Oh, Ravane?
Yeah, someone's got to be there for him.
Yeah, okay, you go do the sneaking. Did you hear any details about the assassination plot?
Not really. Just
Alright.
It's gonna happen tonight.
Alright, so I'm gonna try and stick by his side, and yeah.
Valerius, should you stay with? Maybe you should hang out with Kara and try and protect Ravane.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, so Kara's gonna try and protect Ravane.
Mm-hmm.
What else is happening?
Yeah.
So also keep in mind, do you have those 3 potential votes yet? Who else do you need to talk to?
We have Phineas, the crone. Definitely not fucking bitch mother. Fuck her ass wipe.
If we can provide soldiers, then we have Ravane on our side.
Unless he dies tonight.
Unless he dies. But I also feel like if I save his life, that's gonna go a long way.
Yeah.
So then we want to talk to maybe one more person.
You need one.
Aren't you trying to get that one chick laid?
Oh, Yelenith.
Whatever her name is.
Jelena.
Jelenith.
Gillette, maybe. Gillette razor.
Also, this is the first day in a month full of events. I feel like we got time, and we should just. We should talk to as many people as possible, and gather as much information as possible, because that's only going to help us later.
Forget what else is happening during the 3rd round. You've had 2 rumors.
Well, what's his name sneaking off to the fucking?
Oh yeah.
I was still going with Aaron to follow.
Yeah, to go check that out.
Rowan.
Saye is going to Rowan. Kara is going to Ravane, and then what is Arnadal gonna go do?
Wait, you can talk to someone. Or gather more information, whatever.
I guess I'll gather more information because I'm like that interaction with what's her name, fucking Deidre was
Deirdre.
Total turn off.
Arnadel's just like, wow, fuck this shit. Like, fuck all of this shit. I don't want to talk to anybody. Like, ass wipes.
Reasonable.
She wants to just, she's just like mad and like drinking and down to,
Stewing.
yeah, she wants to just like listen. And then
Mad and drinking. Good
Yeah.
combo.
It's a great combo. All right,
Yeah.
before we
Thumbs up.
move into 3, do we want to take a short little bio break and then jam through it? Or do you want to just keep going and I'll just
I would love to pee.
I do
I
have
need
to pee.
do that as well?
I really want
All right
a
then.
All
cigarette.
right, should we take like a 5-minute break?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we'll be back
All right.
in 5.
See you.
I'm gonna. Pineapple, coconut.
And we're back. Thank you for letting us pee. It was great. Okay, so everybody ready for round 3 of the social encounter, the third and final round, the third hour? Yes?
Yes.
The final
Oh,
hour.
yes.
It's the final countdown.
Oh my God.
There was so much going on there. All right, so Arnadel, you are going to spend your turn. Oh, wait. These notes are wrong. Hang on. Kara, you are going after Ravane, who is reportedly getting assassinated.
Yep. She's gonna keep a careful look.
And
Careful
Sai,
at him.
you are going after Rowan with
Yes.
Aaron, right?
Yep.
Aaron, who is sneaking to the chapel.
Being a sneaky little mister.
Sneaky snake. To chapel.
Like,
And then Arnadel, you are doing rumors, yes?
Yes.
stewing in rumors.
Yes, Arnadel?
Yeah. That's what I
Okay.
want.
All right, let me roll a d4 and let's see what happens first, huh? All right, Saye. It's all you. So,
Oh boy.
So you know that this rumor is reportedly sending you to the house chapel, which is nowhere near the main festivities. It's in a different part of the house. You actually have to go upstairs, where there aren't a lot of guests or anything at this point. So you're moving through sort of these abandoned hallways. And Aaron is following you, and he's like, "So, do you have any more details on this, or we're just creeping in this guy's home?"
I thought you were with Arnadel when you heard this rumor. I don't really have any more details. I was just coming here because that's what y'all heard.
Got it. Okay. Just on a whim then.
We'll see what we see. I mean, maybe we'll hear some more gossip just being around the house.
Okay, yeah. And so you're making your way down the hallways to this place where the chapel is reported to be. And I would like you to make a perception check.
There's so many papers in front of me today. 15.
Okay. So just as you round a corner, you see that the set of double doors that are carved and adorned with these beautiful symbols, or two figures, a male and a female figure on either side of the door. One has like the sun above them and the moon, and it's this beautiful carved religious iconography. These doors shut just as you turn around the corner, and you hear the sound of a chain clattering and a bolt sound, and then footsteps coming from the other side of the door.
Like walking away from the door?
Yeah, like deeper into the room.
Okay. I want to sneak up to the door and look through like the crease where the doors meet.
Sure. Are you trying to be quiet about it?
Yes.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Let's look it up first. Okay. Oh. 13.
Okay.
Those are the +8.
All right, let me see. Oh, wow. Apparently noble people are terrible at hearing things. So you're fine.
Makes sense.
As you're like creeping by the door, and you see that inside it's a small chapel, so there are pews on either side, maybe only like 3 rows or so, and then there is a big altar, and it's set up again with that same iconography of the man and the woman, the sun and the moon, which you have come to recognize as the mother and the father, which are the 2 key Eladrin gods of like the state religion. And you see Duke Rowan moving through the aisles towards this sculpture, and he like crosses his hands together, and he seems to be nervously looking around as if waiting for something. Do you want to keep eyes on him?
I'm starting to get the feeling that he has something to do with this assassination. So I don't know what to do about that. I think I want to keep an eye on him, yes.
Okay. And Aaron looks at you, and he gives you like finger eyes, and he looks at like the lock on the other side of the door, and he makes like a twisting wrist gesture and like a thumbs up or thumbs down.
I just put up my palms and it's like a wait, just a hang on gesture.
Okay. And you see in his hand he had like a little tool, and he kind of like puts it away. And then so you watch the Duke for a little bit longer, and he begins to pace back and forth. And then all of a sudden there's this huge puff of scarlet smoke that comes from just beyond the other side of the altar, and you see this figure appear. It stands sort of like a human, but it looks like no human you've ever seen. And as this happens, Rowan kind of throws himself back a little bit in surprise, and you see the thing standing in front of him on the other side of the altar. You can't see its full body, but from the waist up, it looks like if a fox was the size of a human. It's got this long snout and these like gold spectacles that seem to shine on it. And it's got these purple like billowing robes, and it's holding a spell book of some kind. You can just tell by like the arcane runes over it. It's this really thick tome, like what Arnadel carries around.
Intriguing.
And it begins to speak to Rowan.
I want to listen.
What languages do you speak?
Common, primordial, draconic, Aquan.
Okay, I'm gonna say you probably don't know.
Does Aaron know?
Let me double check to see if Aaron knows.
I never really considered how many languages Aaron speaks.
Do you speak Sylvan?
No.
That fairy tongue.
All right. Okay, so you begin to hear it speak in this language that is very flowing and sounds like the whisper of the wind through trees. You've heard many people speak it before, including a lot in the Feywilds. You've heard Isolde speak it before. Aaron seems to understand what's happening as they begin to speak back and forth in this language. And go ahead and make an insight check for me.
10.
Okay. So you're not exactly sure what's going on here, but Rowan looks really scared, like speaking to this thing, while this thing just has like a deadpan sort of expression. And then also it's got like this fox face, so it's super hard to tell what's even going on here. And Aaron is just like eyes on it, like, and he looks over at you. He's like, he's making the lock-picking gestures, like yes, no, like are we on this?
And I'm like, I mean, should we? I'm thinking, yeah, it sounds like something's about to happen, no?
And then at this point, you see Rowan, he drops to his knees and begins to weep in front of this creature that begins to loom over him, like holding this spell book.
Oh God. Yeah, open the door.
Okay, he's like, well, now in this case, and he stands up and he just kicks at the door, like with a loud resounding clatter as he goes and like breaks through it here. And he has his daggers at his side right now, and as he's looking at the thing across the room, it just looks up calmly at both of you and then like smiles, and just this elongated smile where you can see all these teeth going back like an alligator. And Aaron throws a dagger through this thing's head, and as that happens, red scarlet smoke again, and it's gone. And Rowan is like crying on the floor.
What the fuck?
And Aaron runs over and is like, what's going on here? And Rowan's like, what are you doing here? You should be at the party.
Doesn't matter. What just happened?
And then Aaron's like, there's some kind of arrangement between the two of you? What was it? Something about your child? What are you? And Rowan's like looking horrified at both of you. If you want him to talk to you, go ahead and give me some kind of check, be it intimidation or persuasion or.
Oh my god, is he selling off his babies to some fey creatures? What the shit?
No, it's all charisma. But here we go. Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a modified 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. So, what are you doing to get him to, like, come to his senses and, like, tell you?
If it has anything to do with your children, we will do. We can help you, basically. If it's, something's in danger, something's about to happen, we're here. We're ready to help him.
You can't tell my wife. Promise me that.
Sure.
This creature and I had a deal once. I wouldn't be where I am today without its assistance, but now it demands too much. I've given all I can for money, for power, and I have nothing left to give, and now it's threatening my family, and I please don't tell her.
What does it mean? What does it want with your family? What can't you give it?
I don't know, but there's always something more. Maybe souls, maybe I don't know, but please, I know you need votes, right? Sisters of Sorrow, right? This charter, I can get you that. I can get you that if you take care of this for me.
Yeah. Saya doesn't really want to. She's feels a little bit icky about taking advantage of this guy, who's obviously fucked himself over, but still. Yeah. Okay. We'll until we see this bill through, you can get our help afterwards.
No, I mean, I need you to take care of this soon. Every night it comes back, and it needs more and more as soon as possible. It needs to be destroyed. Otherwise, I don't know who it's going to hurt next.
What is it? How do you expect us to destroy it?
It's a demon of some kind, a fiend that I spoke to. It's been years. It's been following me. I know where it resides in Chasiana, and if you can get its true name, you could destroy it.
Where do we get its true name?
I don't know. If I knew that, I would have taken care of it already.
Okay. You found it where? In Chasiana?
That is where its lair is. If you take care of this, I can get you anything, money, resources, just... And don't tell anyone.
Well, you don't have to worry about that.
Aaron is looking at this dude and, like, shaking his head, like... clearly judging him.
Yeah. No, Saya is too.
Good. Well, and he kind of straightens his collar. I must get back to the party. But we shall speak more of this.
Okay. Pull yourself together, man. And then I leave the chapel.
And that is your encounter. All right, and then moving along to Kara. So, you eventually find Ravain. He has now moved out of the game room, and he has begun patrolling the garden grounds. It takes you a while to find him. He is standing off, like, at the edge of this hedge maze. and he's standing all by himself, and you see he's kind of just swaying gently in the night air.
Oh, he's got the drunk.
He's got the drunk, a drunking. So you find him like this.
Oh yeah, so she goes over and she's like, "Hey, we shouldn't be out here alone in a strange place, in a hedge maze at this time of night. You want to go hang out in the nice warm game room,
And he kind of flops. He's like, Kara, have you ever been in love?
I'm in love right now. I got a pretty hot girlfriend, let me tell you.
So she loves you back.
I mean, I hope so. She's been around this long.
That must be nice to
What's
love someone and have them love you back.
What's your deal? And she tries to start kind of like one step at a time, very slowly leading him towards the house.
He's like, no, I need some air. I need some air.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no. Hey, let's
Because
sit down.
it's so nice here. It's so hot.
I
In
feel
North
you.
Point, it's so hot and
feel you.
shitty.
Let's sit down and enjoy this cool grass. Like, it's so dewy. Have you ever thought about what a weird word dewy is?
It's just great.
Dewy.
Here.
It is great.
I mean, what did I do to deserve it, you know? What did I do?
Wait, so what's this broad's deal? Because you seem like a straight shooter. Anyone who doesn't like you has gotta be, crazy.
She's the queen of everything. How can I compete with that?
Whoa, like the queen of everything? And she like gives some raises her eyebrows like the Sariel?
He raises a flask and drinks from it copiously.
I feel you. Women in power.
Right? Things were going great. She got married.
She's
again.
A fine babe. I will give you that.
All I ever did was the right thing. Maybe I should stop doing the right thing.
I think that myself from time to time. Oh, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. And then I get fucked for doing the right thing. I try to help a friend to do the right thing. And you know what that friend does?
What?
They go around and make some other shady deals that are gonna fuck them later. And then you gotta be around and be the stable one. And help them out.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
And I feel you. It sucks to do the right thing. But someone's gotta fucking do it. Because otherwise this place is all gonna burn to the ground. And then you and me, and she like pokes him on the chest.
He looks like surprised.
The good people in this world try to do the right thing. Then we got fucking nothing. If this shit burns, and she motions to everything wildly with this like finger waggling, and she's like playing up drunkenness way more than she is.
Yeah. He's following you.
He's like, if this isn't around as she motions to everything, then we got nothing. But as long as this still stands, then we can continue to stand for the things that are greater than we are. And that means something, you know? You're a good dude. And I see that. And you know what? Fuck this Arena, because she seems like an uppity bitch.
No,
You don't know a good thing when she sees it.
She's perfect and beautiful, but I get your point.
And she like clinks the flask with his and like...
Yeah, I don't remember your name, but I like you a lot.
That's cool. I'm probably not gonna remember your name. I'm not gonna probably remember a quarter of the people's names tomorrow.
And it was so much better when you didn't know people's names.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Kara.
Hey, 17.
Okay. You hear a drawing of a bow from a nearby tree, and look up just in time to see that there is an archer clad all in black sitting in a nearby orchard tree trained on Riven right now.
And she's like, hey, I'm gonna do something weird right now. And she, like, throws herself on him.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll initiative. You taking an arrow? Aww.
Used to be an adventure until I took an arrow, isn't he? That is an 18.
Okay. 18 You got a 5. That's about right.
So drunk.
So drunk. An arrow comes flying your way, and you block it just in time, but you feel an arrow sink into your fucking shoulder as you blocked off.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you know that would have been an absolute heart shot had you not done that. So go ahead and take 9 damage.
Gladly.
And then Ravane is like, "What? You're bleeding."
It's cool. Don't worry about it.
And he kind of like helps stabilize you, and then he digs around in his coat and pulls out 2 daggers.
And she's like, I see you, but here, crazy idea. What if we just go back inside?
And at this point, the archer is going to fire again and try and hit him.
She's gonna try and keep an eye on the archer and like try and move her way in between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so right now, just in the nature of combat, that is going to pass through his AC, which is 11. So Ravane takes a shot in the ribs from this.
Fuck.
And he kind of just sort of startled screams. And then Kara, it's your turn.
Kara's like, see what I mean? Go inside. This is okay. We're gonna be fine.
We gotta kill that guy.
Oh, no. We'll kill him tomorrow. Right now, you, my friend, are not in good shape for killing people. Do you hear me?
We're full of arrows. I'm gonna kill him. It's your turn. What are you doing?
And she's gonna just shake her head like, oh my fucking god. Like, this is not the first time that she has done this. And she's going to shove him to the ground as, like, I guess, like, her first attack to, like, shove attack. And then she's gonna immediately draw her sword and go after the archer with the arrow.
Nice. So you're like, get down, and he's not even gonna roll a check. He's just like, wow, you're like, strong. So he is down, and go ahead, and yeah, this archer is only like 20 feet away, up in a tree, like a 5-foot tree. There aren't like big trees here. It's like an
right. It's like
or some shit
crouched on a hedge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cocked. Hey, I get a natural 20.
Holy shit! Yeah. So go ahead, and roll that. Or don't even roll damage. Tell me how you want to deal with this archer.
So she shoves him down, turns, this like mad look in her eyes, is like, you're fucking this up for me right now, buddy. Goes like, stabs her sword into the tree to like hedge her up to his level, and then goes immediately, raises it above her head with both hands, and just slices clean through the middle of him.
Oh shit. So blood everywhere, all over your nice clothes. Just as you destroy this guy, and you just hear Ravane go, "Oh shit," coming from behind you as you take out this assassin. And he's like, "Wow, I think you just saved my life."
You're right, I did, because people like us, we look out for each other.
All right,
now I'm gonna search his body to find any sort of identifying thing about him, any notes, any personal items. Like, she's gonna be like rummaging through his shit.
You know, it is an Eladrin man. Other than that, there is nothing, no clues left. You also noticed that on the body, the tongue had been cut out and healed over.
Interesting. Duly noted. I want to check his arrows to see if they had been dipped in poison or anything, or if he was just trying to take like shots.
No poison. Just
Okay.
shots.
All right. Kara's like, I could use some more air and some more drink, but I'm not sure which one I need.
Drinks.
Drinks in the air.
Yeah, Revenge says from the ground.
Find more drinks.
Still prone. So you help him out and get him back into the party. You have saved his life. All right, and then that was that encounter. So for our final one, we get a rumor. Okay, so Arnadel, you hear Jalaneth? Why did I name her that? It's so hard. Jal is looking for someone to enter the grand tournament in her name and win. To embarrass her cousin, the Tsarina.
You guys. I was born for
So, because essentially the decorum of these tournaments, everybody declares for the Tsarina. That's just the way things are done. They're all winning it in her honor. But Jay is looking for someone to mix things up. Win it in her honor.
Oh my god, she's so cool.
So that is the rumor you collect. And with that, we've come to the end of our evening. So at this point, you all kind of find your ways back together. Isolde and Christoph meet up with all of you looking very tired and much worse for wear.
I imagine Isolde has like her high heel shoes like slung over her shoulder.
Not yet, but you know the minute they get out of sight of the party, she was absolutely doing that.
Yeah, as soon as we get to the carriage, she's like, fuck this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, and you all kind of quietly exit, leave back in the carriages the way you came. Let's do a quick summary of what we know, what we're going after before heading out for the evening. So these votes. You needed to achieve 3. What did you get tonight?
So I
definitely got Ravan.
Yeah,
Ravane.
I just saved Ravane's life. BG dubs. So I'm pretty sure we're on good terms.
But he also does need something else from you.
Yeah, we need to bring him fresh faces and soldiers to fight off the monsters because everybody tired.
Mm-hmm.
And they're lacking resources.
So he needs some kind of written contract with you all. And then who else did you get?
Amalthea.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Mother of Crones. We need to go and pay her a visit first to see what she needs from us. And maybe figure out what's up with her health, too. And in the process.
And...
Rowan.
Oh, and Rowan, we have to figure out this demon motherfucker and try and get rid of him and...
Some Rumpelstiltskin shit right there.
Yeah. So if you potentially help all 3 of these people, that's 3 votes. With Finn, that would be all the votes you would need. So after tonight, you walk away and kind of share this information, and you all have a pretty good idea of what you're going to be busy doing over the course of the next month, trying to accomplish these tasks and get these votes to get this passed. And that's where we're going to end the episode tonight. So thank you all so much for tuning in as we kind of had this interesting social experience. I had a lot of fun putting this together. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you hate it, well, too bad. You did it anyway.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I had a good time putting it together, and all the NPCs, and sorry for my sick voices. All my NPCs are sick.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the literal fastest fan art I've ever seen. Did you guys check it out?
Wait, no, what?
At Sander Does Art on Twitter. Yeah.
Polka Queen.
Oh god, I love it so much.
Yep. There's a Sander Does Art. He posted on Twitter like
the link. Oh, you're amazing.
That's
Thank
pretty.
you.
That's pretty bitchin'.
All right, well, I won't keep everybody else too late. So I have been your dungeon master, Celeste Conowitch.
I have been your Moon Elf Warlock Arnadellathil, played by Brittany Quintero.
And I'm Nassim. I've been your human monk, Cyanor.
And I'm Sage, and I played Cara Brunhilde.
Thank you all so much for joining us for this special, extra long episode. And we're going to see you after the holidays, after all that craziness. So eventually you'll see our faces again. But until then, we hope you all will
Venture away.
Venture away, everybody.
Pineapple.